So I was sitting here thinking, if you can make it about 26, 27 laps, we're thinking on fuel, will we see some strategy? Assuming the race stays green, we could be in store for a pretty interesting first 30 laps because drivers may try to stretch it, maybe get to lap 26, 27, just come in for about 2 gallons, 3 gallons of gas, and maybe save a set of tires and try and get some track position versus putting tires on. I mean, other guys might split it if it does stay green, maybe pit at 15 and get advantage of those fresh tires. It's going to be really interesting for these first 30 laps. I'm really excited. I'm actually hoping it goes caution-free, and we'll have something a little interesting here for the viewers.
40 cars.
Excited for it. Well, as we get prepared, qualifying practice, now warm-up is done and dusted. Let's take a look at our Colley's Mom qualifying results. Brandon Colley's Mom, love to sponsor the qualifying results. And here's where the drivers will be starting here tonight. Taking front row, it's Ollie Fonseca and John Forbes. 1 and 2 with Ryan Kelly going to be starting as third. Benjamin Nelson, last season's champion, going to be in fourth place. And Sam Sutherland in
fifth car didn't load in, I don't think.
Ryan seventh.
Or no, did he?
Campbell. Then Brandon Colley, great qualifying time for the one, going to be in summer top 7 in 8th place. Nick Rickford in 9th for 74. Christopher Norris finishing out our top 10.
Yeah, she
rolling on P11, last week's winner, Zachary Hall. Anthony Gaudio lining up alongside him in P12. Rolling off in 13th, James Heater. P14, Danny Cochran, who we mentioned earlier, in 20th in points. P15, Brian Johnson, our Daytona 500 winner.
And this pace car is fast. How fast are we going here? 100?
Joshua
90?
18th, Shane
Get a new well, please.
Rolling off 19th, Johnny Brugg, and 20th.
I'm not sure if they're going to save fuel
21st position, we find
or just go for it. We can't make it to the stage unless you save big.
Second position, Brad Delph in 23rd. Trevor Earhart going to be the falling all the way down to 24th position with
the 40 cars. I'm going to assume there's going to be some cautions.
Place in 26th is Larry Yingling, going to be very far down for.
But I don't want to drop back.
Winner. In 27th, it's Macy.
So I think I'm just going to go for it. If I run out of fuel, I run out of fuel.
29th, 30th is Tyler Dengler. As we let the rest of the leaderboards go down, we get ourselves prepared. These drivers tonight for Indianapolis for the Kiss the Bricks 250 presented by Lids. It's going to be 100 laps.
I think the outside guys starting.
The block 30, unless there is yellow before then that will count as their competition yellow. So fast repairs, 5 extra sets of tires in pit road. It's 26 to 27 laps on fuel to watch out for. But the drivers, they're set. Pace car into pit road. Welcome to 2024. The WSSR race number 5 for season 8 is underway as the Kiss the Bricks 250 at Indianapolis. The drivers roar down into turn number 1. Lap 1. Drivers trying to find themselves in a steady position as they try to find the heat. Drivers going to be slipping and sliding, especially up here.
I'm just going to stay in line.
Battle for the lead's underway. All you can see the John Forbes still side by side, and it's the 11 on the outside that keeps the lead as they hit the backstretch. 11 got a great run out of that back straightaway. He's going to be able to pull him here. Ollie Fonseca going to try and get some drafting help. Maybe look to the inside again going into this corner. Good, great battle going up here into turn 1. And it's getting about single file ready back to top 10. Something you really want to focus on. And I gotta say, that's a big thing these drivers are hoping for. Hit single file early, settle in. As our leader up front, John Forbes, is clean, running away. But internet connections are striking the select. He's leaking very badly as the field is letting us know, hey, that is internet issues. Just try to get that fixed if you can. As the rest of the field continue to race on, and you're seeing some battles. The 15 of Ken Campbell, Brandon Colley battling for 8th place.
Down in front of me is saving his right rear, I believe. I need to do a better job of it.
Where they need some massive points. We'll see how well they can run. Moving forward in last season's champion, Benjamin Nelson, he hits our top 5. Good run for the 79 machine.
Yeah, he's looking to definitely bounce back, get a nice run here tonight. We see John Forbes. Looks like maybe that internet connection just settled down. I don't see more leaking there. As right now, we've right on board here with Brian Kelly in the third position. Already only 1 second back. It's amazing how quick the field could spread out here just due to the sheer size of this track.
Size of the track as well as the feeling on course. You touched on the fact that our
Hey, Doug, thanks for the like.
Lap 30, if we're able to get to that mark, drivers have to make that distinct decision. Do I save my tires or add fuel to make sort of stretch the lap 30, or do I just split this stint in half and get aggressive immediately? Right now, we're seeing John Forbes obviously aggressive.
Single file racing here is a little bit more.
Others taking a nice smooth approach to the 8th machine of Brian McCann, knows how to be quick when this track is
I got less rear grip.
the tighter side of the heat machine. Here tonight, I'm excited to see how the trends are going to swing for drivers, especially once the long run hits. Justin, that sensation of tight in, loose off, but hearing the driver say that is something that's going to build up a lot as the run goes along.
Yeah, there's
Lap 10, that right rear is going to get hot.
Brian McCann. You see how flat this track is. There's just not much room for error. You can really lean in on that right front tire when you turn into the corner and just start seating it up. And then these cars have so much power. You come out of the corner and you try and put that throttle down, and it just starts sliding the tires a little bit, heats them up, and it creates that tight in sensation that you spoke of and loose off. And you do that once, you do it twice, and before you know it, you do it about.
Oh, here comes a pass.
And we're just screaming for pit stops, and these drivers are going to be wanting tires whenever they can get them.
They certainly are. Take a look at the one machine. Randy Collins better
That guy behind me. Whew.
searching for his
Thought he was going to dive.
finish of the season. It's been a tough one. With 4 points coming into tonight's race. Best finish this season, 11th at Texas.
Benjamin was wanting to make the pass, but he's saving tire too much to make a pass.
A lot of misfortunes so far. He's hoping that with this New Year's break, maybe there's been kind of that bad luck wiping off the shoulders of his one.
Yeah, I definitely want to clear that bad luck. I did see it look like the car maybe put down the corner of red and white when I maybe tagged the wall. Not sure of that number, but I just saw it right at the top of the screen. That's something we're going to be keeping an eye on here tonight, Sam. Just as these drivers get a little loose coming out of the corner, they're trying to carry that momentum because these straightaways are so long. But if you do come out of the corner and just kiss that wall ever so slightly, start bending those fenders in, before you know it, the car's not going to drive like you want. So it's something we're going to be keeping an eye on all night.
We certainly will be. Just inside of our top 10 in 10th place, Anthony Gaudio and our Texas winner, Nick Crawford, running with one another here and trying to just settle in, find that momentum and pace.
No brakes behind me, so if I start getting past, I'm going to get freight trained.
At the qualifying pace, and drivers not always aiming to go as fast as they can like they do in qualifying, but starting to see drivers really back off the pace, almost their fastest lap, a full second slower than qualifying times. I think everyone's thinking the same thing. Let's save our fuel as there's a pass for the two. Danny Cochran over Christopher Norris. That's going to be the third pass potentially, but a crossover by Norris, not wanting to give up this position just too easily for 11. Position could be so key, and Danny Cochran working that outside lane, but very close to the outside wall. Holds on steady, and that's actually going to hurt Christopher.
Oh, it must get loose down there.
Going for a pass for 12.
Yeah, Zach Paul's going to be able to get right underneath him. It looks like he's going to clear him. Christopher Norris is going to try and tug right back in behind, get that momentum.
No, I'm going to get past.
And I am seeing a battle up there. Looks like in third position, Brian Kelly. Looks like he might be on the outside right now, and he's able to get back in front. And one thing that you want to talk about is if someone does get underneath you, we have 5-6 cars so close together.
Oh, that outside line is dominant.
Brian Kelly was able to get that position back, but we're seeing right now the 14 getting underneath Isaiah Sutherland, getting right underneath Brian McCann. Now they're able to hold him, though, coming out of the corner. Brian McCann.
Dominant. It's got traction up top.
Able to hold off that of Isaiah Sutherland. And Isaiah Sutherland bringing in the Jeff Gordon Flame scheme. And what a scheme to be running here in Indy. In real life, Jeff Gordon, a very good brickyard runner and always finding something to
There we go. That's what we needed.
So, hold on some of that luckness. Isaiah's had computer issues.
Because we were going to make it 25 laps.
Runner, as we're having trouble, caution in the back. And it's going to be drivers dealing with issues. That's Tyler Dangler and Michael Bennett back in 39th and 40th. Getting tangled up with one another, and this caution.
How do you pass if you can't pass on the bottom side?
Takes away that chance of us having that comp yellow. This now counts as our competition yellow just on lap 8. So all that strategy, throw it out the window. You need to now focus on how you're going to be strategically placing yourself to the end of this race. As try to get the replay up of Tyler Dangler and Bennett getting into one another as they both were trying to have a clean run, battling back for 36th position. And it looks like Tyler Dangler just a little bit more aggressive into the entry of turn 3 and rear-ending the 41 machine. And there's the contact down into the corner, and drivers having issues in the back half of the field. I mean, I gotta say, for these drivers, issues are going to be aplenty, Justin, as they run into one another.
Yeah, that was some heavy contact there on both cars. They're probably going to be in pit road for a little bit of time. And speaking of pit road, we're going to see these drivers come around here very shortly. It's lap 8. We're probably going to restart at lap 10 or 11, about 10% of the way through. But I think you're probably going to want to bolt a set of tires on, as we're seeing a lot of leaders getting ready to duck in here. We got the 11 peeling off.
Ooh, little bit of
staying out.
Very tricky play. That's going to be seeing the 24 of Ollie Fonseca staying out. Nick Crawford stays out. This is a swing as the field is splitting up. Some entering pit road, others not. John Forbes still having issues as see that 11 blinking away as he's hoping to get that issue fixed.
8 stayed out.
If we continuously see issues like that for John Forbes, he could be penalized. That is something that race control, huge shout out to Steve Benjamin, could be giving out to these drivers.
Oh boy, I about wrecked.
It is a hazard to the field. John Forbes is hoping to get that fixed, but the strategy to stay out, what a risky call by 8 drivers decided to stay out, being Ollie Fonseca, Nick Crawford, Cameron Sarton.
We should blow their doors off the first, actually the whole race.
Brian Noel, and finishing out is Cody Reed. Gutsy call.
The drop-off is massive.
Ken Campbell in 9th, 10th place Christopher Norris, deciding to just take fuel only for those two, as the rest of the field, 4 tires and fuel.
Yeah, this is going to make for an interesting...
Has been canceled.
We're going to have demonstration about 202, 203 miles an hour, and as you mentioned, they were slowing down. And it was only laps.
I think I would have. No, I wouldn't have stayed out.
If you can't get the power down coming out of the corners, and you're not.
Even if it's canceled, this is still the right call.
Straightaways, people might be passing you pretty.
If we go green from here,
I think
I won't fuel in tires.
For is when you're coming off the corner. I mean, you're not carrying as much momentum through the corner. You don't have that grip. So
I just won't pit again.
Scary spot to watch out for.
Another caution, I won't pit again.
Our lights do click off. That's going to be the indication that we are going to the one.
Within like 10.
We do have drivers still in pit road getting service done. Tyler Dangler and Michael Bennett still getting repairs done. Bennett 2 laps down after the leaders go on.
But if it went 7 laps green,
1 lap down. You hate to see
everybody's still
drivers, but
pretty cautious. So
into the mix.
Maybe it'll go green again.
More yellows that can help them get back onto the lead lap, because we look at past trends here in Indianapolis. So this is the 3rd time in the history of.
The problem is going to be right here off the start.
Back in season 2, when they first ran here, there were 3 cautions, and Larry Yingling found himself in a victory lane at that course. And then in season 5, they had 7 cautions. Brian V. Johnson got himself in a victory lane. So a wide range of cautions could be coming out. But I would say this combination, Justin, of field of drivers on old tires compared to new, this is a combo that could be disastrous for the field if they're not careful.
Yeah, it is a combo that's going to potentially lead to some disastrous racing. But we've also seen it be the opposite. We've seen it end up going green for a while, and then some guys who didn't pit early end up having to pit. That's one thing we'll have to keep an eye on.
Hey, Derek, how's it going?
These drivers that didn't pit are only going to have to be in about 18 to 20 laps down in pit road, so it could potentially put them in a bind. So it's something that we'll have to keep an eye on, keep watching. I'm excited though for Ollie Fonseca. I know he qualified first, but he did not get to lead those laps, and now he was able to get that bonus point, so that's going to help him out for the points.
It certainly is. Here's our weather conditions for tonight's race. The ambient temperature being 67 degrees.
I'm going to try to play it safe here.
82 is a track temp, not bad. Wind is not too terrible. It's only at 2 miles per hour. But the field maybe low in the bad, but it's a cooler track. I mean, there's a little bit more grip to work with, and we'll see if they can stay on course as it's time to see Old Tires first move. Just 10 laps in, and we are back to green flag action.
This guy that is
250% by
blinking out here is not helping.
Fonseca, Nick Crawford, rest of the field moving side by side as they go through turns 1 and aiming towards turn 2.
Yeah, we see the first 3 cars get single file. Our first battle right here is 99. He's on the inside, trying to look and see if he can get that position. And right now the problem is the draft is on the outside. Wasn't able to clear. 13's going to get there and push Johnny Brugg down the straightaway.
Yeah, you can't do nothing on the bottom side. Holy crap.
Position going here on the inside.
Sorry. Trying to hold steady.
You got to do all your passing on the straightaway.
Sit out of the corner, turn 3, down into turn number.
All right, I'm just going to calm down.
She's not to gas it up and get back on the throttle as cleanly as the driver's on the outside. Like I said, the draft held massive. Let's go try 3 wide, though. As down on the inside groove, it's going to be the 77 of Ryan Noel. Not wasting any time. Gets by Sard and aims to attack the 13 of Cedric Hunter.
All clear.
Yeah, that was an impressive move. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get the position, and he might actually lose one here to the 52 of Cody Reed. And
man, I thought we would blow by them guys a whole lot quicker than we did.
Down this back straightaways, you see that draft will kick in, but he's going to slide up here behind the 52. Sam, one thing that's really interesting, when you see these drivers get down in these corners, there's rumble strips down there. You hit those and it might potentially upset the car. You're going to see it come right into screen here. It's just that little bit of rumble strip. You see the different color on the pavement. It's you get on there and it could get the car to get a little loose and maybe slide up into something.
Are we 3 wide?
The rumble strip something, and then also the paint.
We're 3 wide.
And have the tires just underneath the paint. And some drivers like that sensation of being down there. Others don't. They're 3 wide battling behind his draft on fresh tire trying to make the move, but also for the lead. Nick Crawford gets to the inside of Oliver Fonseca, but Fonseca holds steady on the outside groove, and it just looks like drivers on the outside here early on, Justin, are able to hold their position way better than I'm expecting them to.
I really wasn't expecting that either, Sam. I love that you brought that up. You would think in this older car, seem more like, especially at Indianapolis, you want to be on that bottom and be able to complete the pass, but we're seeing the drivers be able to power down and hold the grip on the outside. This creates some really interesting racing. We're almost having 2 groups here.
Those drivers still trying to figure out how they're going to march forward.
That blinker is hard to drive around.
Kelly back in 10th place, have not advanced forward. There is a little bit of that logjam. You're seeing side-by-side racing. That's where the drivers are at. That have 4 fresh tires, not able to really make any big moves currently, but they are just climbing up, staying side by side. This is really using up the tires for the drivers who are on the outside lane, not utilizing, that extra little bit of pace that they would like here early on. Instead, they've got to be careful. A lot of slicing and dicing of drivers having to be careful. I mean, the speeds you were talking about, Justin, of these drivers on the entry of these corners, I mean, drivers all have different mentalities of how they want to enter a corner. For the braking zones also, when you're going over 200 miles per hour, you got to be perfect on those brakes.
Yeah, so the driver in front of you gets on that brake a little bit sooner than you're anticipating. It causes you to really slam on it. Before you know it, you have that chain reaction, and the guy
give up that outside line, you're screwed.
In a bad spot. What you mentioned before about the weather, I think that might be helping with these tires. I really thought the guys that took tires were going to kind of come through the field and get faster than they are. But like you said, it's just so hard to pass. They're burning their tires up right now. From the top 8, they're single file. They're not pushing and sliding these tires like these guys.
Now it gets out of the way.
I think another thing could be also a factor of everyone was trying to, initially on that first 10 laps of this race, it was protect your tires, you're also protecting your fuel, you're trying not to, oh boy, driver's getting real sketchy off the exit of the corner there, as it looked to be a driver on the outside wall, spooking majority of the field, as Benjamin Nelson, as
I got the worst of it.
Getting very close to that outside wall, and
burn my tires off on the inside, got freight train.
You're getting nervous because of where
then he pulls off.
Of John Ford.
Hell yeah, it's fast.
He's been disappearing still consistently, and drivers are trying to react to get around the 11, but he disappears like that, and you have no idea if you're actually going to be inside of him or not, and it's causing a lot.
So it's because you can't put the power down on this car when you're cutting it low.
He used to fall backwards.
And Trevor Earhart right now, he just wants to get to the inside and be gone from the 11. We've all been there, I think. This is just a bad problem when the blinking happens. I'm not really sure how you can fix this, Sam. I've never personally been told I've been blinking. I'm not sure. I can't really elaborate on that. I would love to know what a driver could do when he's out there racing to fix that issue, other than pull off.
I mean, you pull off, or you start yelling at people that are in the house to get off of YouTube, get off the internet, stop downloading something. There's a lot of things you'd be yelling at if your household is using up all the juice, and you're hoping to have some of that internet to work with. I
think Ken in front of me is slowing me up a little.
21 at Ross Statham.
I'm trying to get a run on him on the backstretch.
Bigger movers and drivers that have been just trying to march their way forward. Didn't qualify that well was the 21, qualified back in 37th position, but Ross trying to make his way forward, up 11 spots. And other drivers that are trying to make their way forward is going to be the 44, Nick Alves. Alves has been having
and then I ain't going to be able to do it.
He's been caught up in a lot of wrecks early on, and currently the 44 trying to make his way forward as well. As see Dakota Moniz up 3 spots. He's the 5 machine.
Still there. All
That's
clear,
great.
all clear.
3 spots.
Maybe I am.
Keep marching forward every week. We see Larry Yingling. We know Larry Yingling has speed. We've seen him throughout season.
Dang it.
Right now, maybe he's just hanging back. Race, only lap 17, avoided the first end.
Well,
Right now, there's no one really around him. Maybe he's
I got wheel damage.
Great.
Great.
Brian McCann, the 8 car, he's into the 38 of Christopher Norris.
I thought about going low, but then it looked like he was going to come. It looked like he was going to go low, but then he ended up coming high.
38 after hitting the pit wall.
It's hard to tell which way he's going to go there.
And you know what? Larry Yingling is a 3-time champion. Maybe he was sensing that, backing up, get out of the way. Don't want to be in the middle of the chaos. And
Every week. Not every week, second week.
One striking on the front stretch as Christopher Norris is going to be.
We were starting to get spread out too, where I think I was faster than.
Trying to get back.
I know the 2 cars in front of me.
But it looks like no help for Christopher Norris. And it looked to be some contact between the 38 and the 14 off the exit of turn 4. As we're going to be seeing that of Isaiah Sutherland, Christopher Norris trying to make their way forward.
Hopefully it's not too bad.
That side coming to pit road and just
It did say I have wheel damage, so that's definitely going to slow me down.
Decided to take 4 tires and fuel and exit of 4. Just a little bit of a slide in. These front bumper to rear bumper contacts, Justin, they are disastrous if you bump someone at the wrong time. It looks like that's exactly what we got here.
Yeah, wow, it just took right off on him, and there was just nowhere for the 8 for Brian McCann to go. And it threw him right down in here, and he hit it at that angle, and it just, Trevor Earhart, who we were just talking about, it caught up.
It's still straight. We'll see what I'm idling at.
It's a little damage on the inside. It's just one of those days, and John Forbes there blinking, getting through.
Oh, man, tough one. That is going to be our second caution of the night. And this is perfectly what those drivers that didn't come into pit road or just topped off on.
Oh, 3 minutes worth.
Well, now able to come into pit road, get service done. But I mean, certainly, Justin, quick early cautions for these drivers.
They just quit repairing. I didn't hit the throttle.
Sequences. We got our first caution and now our second. Maybe it's around that.
Well, it's not required.
Fade away, and those that have been pushing start to fall back.
Oh, we'll just see how it drives, I guess.
For that could continue on for tonight's race. See the race out of pit road. Going to give that advantage.
Or if I have my foot on the throttle.
Just comes in, tops off on fuel. Same for
no engine damage.
Margin of other drivers being Ryan B. Johnson, Ryan Kelly, Shane Tarian, and Zach Hall all topping up on fuel. Nick Crawford going to be the first to take.
It's driving straight.
Back in 11th place for himself as
crossing my fingers.
Cedric Hunter deciding to stay out.
I did not take tires. Everybody else did.
Yet to pit. This is a gutsy call from the 13.
I was just going to say, I believe he was one of our first drivers that didn't pit, and now he did it again. We saw the people out front be able to stay there, though. I think the problem now, though, is if the other drivers are closer to him with at least somewhat better tires. He doesn't have, the first time we saw about 8 to 9 cars stay out before we got to guys who maybe only took fuel and then tires. Now he's going to be a little bit closer with the 4 tires. He also does have 19 laps on there. It's going to be an interesting restart, though. He might be proving us wrong here. Clean air might be more important than the tires right now.
And I'm excited to see how the drivers are going to roll off here tonight. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining with us here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Love to see you in the chat.
This is going to be interesting. So hopefully it handles
here tonight
controllably at 180 miles per hour.
2024.
Because if not, I'm in the middle of the pack here.
Justin, I still cannot believe it's 2024. It's the new year. Where the heck did 2023 go? Because it felt like it just started a few.
It's probably wheel damage on the rear, so.
Christmas decorations a little while ago, and I'm thinking
anything.
And it seems like it was 2 days ago. Yeah, time flies.
Hopefully the rear end don't swing out on me.
The time's flying out here for it. But yeah, 2024, we're 5 races in already. I remember getting my first race in up here in the broadcast booth, and I was super nervous. Still am super nervous, but it's already been 4 done and starting number 5 tonight.
And we have been happy to have you in the booth with us, Justin. Thank you for being with us as well. To Robert Boyer Jr. running productions for every race here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Thank you for
that guy rapped me last week.
Hello, people out there. Larry R Productions, going to be the main sponsor for Danny Cochran and Ollie Fonseca, cheering on both those drivers.
Oh man, if it's my right rear, like he's talking about.
You were almost out there. I stayed out. Chad after his flip in scare, still in pit road.
That's really going to slow me down in the air.
Watch it outside. I know you'd rather be out there on track. Indianapolis has now been a great friend to Christopher Norris. It looks like that trend.
So yeah, that was my race there.
Field up front. ready to go. Cedric Hunter yet to pit. The 13 going to be on the outside leading this restart. As well as going to have Anthony Gaudio, Danny Cochran, Ben Geeney, as well as going to be Brandon P. Johnson. Brian P. Johnson going to be your front runners. Pace cars into pit road and Kiss the Bricks 250. Presented by Lids. It's back underway.
Oh, hell, it drives.
Start zone up front. Already going to be our top 6. You all single filed out. Rest of the field side by side as they charge down into turn number 1.
As your Hunter said, I like clean air. He hammered.
I'm on old tires, though.
3-4 car less.
Damn, they're going to wreck again.
And we're
oh, here they come. I got aero damage.
Get the 3 to 9 to 24.
Right at the end of the straightaway.
3 wide. 3 wide, Sam. They're going to be wide.
They're going to be stacked 4 wide for a quick second. Going to stay 3 wide. Elephant Sika pitching the 9 up into Ryan Kelly. Shane Terrian in the middle. That is not where you want to be. 3 wide is not comfortable. And some drivers there are in the grass. Still going to be side by side. Some 3 wide falling backwards as Nick Crawford and Cameron Sard. But to keep it all together, moving forward. Bruggs into Terrian. As well behind these drivers, they're still stacked 3 wide. And Ryan Kelly just can't get away from it.
Yeah, Ryan Kelly, he wants to do everything.
Yeah, my car's done.
Some space. He made the wise decision. He backed off. He gave them room on the outside line, but he still was way up high and ended up.
They got wreck again, so hopefully I can get that 3-minute repair worked out.
He's going to work everything he can to try and get these spots back now.
And you're seeing drivers working down below. Cameron Sartin he is placing himself in some scary positions. Cody Reed now going to duck below, looking for the momentum. Side by side down into turn number 3. And this is the mixture of drivers on fresh rubber compared to those on older tires. That 98 machine of Brent Heaney going to be the driver that's on the older tires. That's why he's stuck in the outside, just trying to hold on for dear life. While the rest of the field, they've got 4 fresh rubber, 4 freshings underneath them. They're trying to use them to get up front. Recognize how important track position is. Right for the Cody Reed, still trying to make his way forward. And a deep dive underneath Ryan Kelly.
Deep dive heavy on the brakes, going about 202 miles an hour right there. Getting to slow down to about 160. That's so impressive to be able to do it. This track is so flat that you're just relying on the brakes, relying on the tires to get you slowed down. And we're still seeing Cody Reed here stuck on the inside of Ryan Kelly. Luckily, he has people in front of him, so he is getting a little bit of draft, so he's getting towed down his back straightaway.
But still stalling it out. They are losing ground to our leaders, which, speaking of our leaders, there's been a pass for the lead. Danny Cochran able to get by Cedric Hunter as he comfortably gets slotted moving forward. As Cedric Hunter yet to pit for the 13. Those old tires are showing as he is just being hunted and pounded by a pack of drivers on the move. It's Danny Cochran. Their Productions was open to see this 2 machine running well. Well, they're doing just that in the lead.
The good thing about this track is it's so big, I can just sit in the pits.
Benjamin Nelson not wanting to let him pull away. He's keeping it. Do the yellow on track, Sam.
Yellow flag is out.
Should be able to get it all fixed.
Drivers are trying to calm down on where it is. I'm actually trying to find out where it is. I believe it might have been the 11 of John Forbes. He was not able to make it into pit road. I believe he just comes to a halt as he actually is going to be in contact between the 11 and the 25 of James Kaufman off the exit of the corner. There's the contact. The 11 disappears right at that moment. And with these drivers being slowed down, I don't know attacking into these corners.
We are taking the pace car.
We knew at some point John Forbes was going to have a strike with mid-cylinder, and you hate to see it happen there. 25 laps into this race.
Yeah, you hate to see that, but maybe he'll be able to get in there and get it fixed and potentially get the internet fixed too and work on it for in the future. So I do want to talk about Cedric Hunter here.
One thing's for sure, this league, I have had
he was maybe under
every opportunity for bad luck, I've gotten it.
Right now, I'm assuming he's definitely going to pit. He's got to be super low on fuel. He hasn't used any tires yet, so he's going to go and take 4 tires. But with this caution coming out, I'm assuming maybe some of the other field might go in too. So he might not lose as much track position as we thought he might. Maybe if he can still come out in the top 10 with brand new tires, it might be worth it what he's been doing all night, staying out the first 2 cautions.
We'll have to watch and see what is the decision. Coming to pit road. Update on John Forbes. He has pulled it into pit road after the incident. It's called it a night for the 11. Is done and dusted. Christopher Norris is back out on track, and Tyler Dangler and Michael Bennett are still in pit road getting damage repair as they're exiting out of turn number 4. Here's the decision time. Do you enter pit road or do you stay out? Danny Cochran initially showing signs he's coming to the pit road, and he will. Same with Cedric Hunter, and it's another split decision on drivers that stay out and those entering pit road.
Good decision, but I really thought Cedric Hunter was about to stay out there for a second. He had me tricked. I was like, he can't do it again, can he? As he slides right into his box, has to back up a little bit, Sam. That doesn't look like a big error, but that might be 2 or 3 spots on track just by sliding back.
Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, Happy New Year.
We can repair most of the
2,
damage.
3, it could even move bounce up to 6 if everyone else behind you has a perfect entry. You have a mistake like that. That's a costly time. 13 rolls off, trying to get in front of other drivers, and I think it might have been gifted with Brian B. Johnson being stalled out there.
So Larry, how
might be in a good spot, but for the
drivers, it's been a while.
They are going to be tired in the middle of the field because of all these split decisions on when to come to pit road.
What have you been up to?
Out. Those that just pitted going to be led by just taking fuel only of Ross Tatum, all the way back in 18th position. They got a lot of work if you want to move forward for those that just got fresh rubber compared to those that pitted 7 laps ago. That's going to be Benjamin Nelson, Ollie Fonseca, Johnny Brugg. They're in a comfortable spot up front, just a quarter of the way through tonight's race.
And they are in the spot you want to be in. We've been seeing about a caution every 7 to 8 laps on average.
I hear you.
And we're not really sure right now. Is the tires more important or is the track position? I think we're leaning towards track position, but eventually some of these guys that haven't pitted and have older tires, if we do get a long run here, it's going to be quite interesting to see how it all plays out.
It certainly will be. Well, here's some of our race reports for tonight's race. This is our 3rd caution of the day that we're underway with. As they've ran down, coming up to 6 laps under caution.
Well, 2 more cautions, I should get it fixed.
Different changes. This race started. It's really helped with all the split decisions. Drivers decide to stay out, not that pit road. It's been fun to watch how these drivers are going to be attacking these corners as Benjamin Nelson will be leading the way. Ollie Fonseca in second. Ollie's in a pretty good spot to watch out for on that outside lane. His 24 machine got the pole. He's got slightly fresher tires than Benjamin Nelson. I think this front row battle is going to be a key one to watch out for, especially the fact that Nelson's got the takeoff control. He's going to be the lead driver on this restart, but Ollie's got fresher tires to work with once they get off the exit of turn 2.
Yeah, that will be something that we're going to be watching here in about 30 seconds when we get back to green.
Yeah, we were
the older tires, sometimes you get to put that power down, these high horsepower engines, and maybe you spin those tires a little bit, and that could be troublesome because we could instantly see a bottleneck. I know we saw it at New Hampshire 2 weeks back. And it's something we're going to have to keep an eye on here on these restarts too, Sam.
We will have to watch out for Benjamin Nelson, Ollie Fonseca.
Where are they at?
Nick Crawford, Cameron Sark, Cody Reed, Brandon.
Damn, 12 seconds. They're going to go green.
Edward Shore Jr. in 8th. Isaiah Sutherland in 9th and finishing out our top 10. Christopher Wade in the 53. Wade's been making a good run. He's going to be on the outside. Superman S Machine and Obed to get a good launch and stick with a good position to stay. Such as the same for Ollie Fonseca and Danny Cochran. They're trying to make their march.
Hello, boys.
As we get ourselves prepared for another restart here tonight. Thank you for joining with us. It's race number 5 here for the WSSR Roast Gems Cup Series. The Kiss the Brakes 250 presented by Lids is back underway, and a great launch by Benjamin Nelson as they go down turn number 1. Already going to be 2-3 car lengths ahead of the battle for second.
Benjamin Nelson doing what he needed to do to get a great restart.
All right, man, take it easy.
Going to potentially move into second here. Going to see what he has here for Benjamin Nelson.
No caution.
Long back
Caution.
You're going to want all the momentum, but Ollie Fonseca clears him on the outside, Sam.
Trouble strikes the back end of the field. Cedric Hunter bounced out of the way. Caution flag is out. And the 13 heavy contact almost made for himself as he was able to come to a halt.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for Cedric Hunter. We saw him show speed on the old tires. Unfortunately, he had a pit. He was low on fuel. And Sam, we talked about him sliding through the pit box. I mean, you know, maybe he'd be starting in a row that put him around this accident. We're going to see right here what happened, but you know, it's just so unfortunate.
In this field, we were starting very clogged up with one another at the middle of the pack, and Cedric Hunter and others were trying to make their way.
It's racing.
But it was certainly a lot of aggressive drivers from 2-3 wide with one another. down into the entry of turn.
Everybody wrecks, and I run into them.
They found themselves a little bottleneck up in with that issue. Found themselves with 13, getting a bad bump, sent to the inside wall, locked down. Didn't hit the wall as he was locking up there. As here's the replay for it. And
40 cars, that's kind of predictable.
we are trying to work with a new program. That's why Hoverboy is struggling this moment. New program, trying to get all the kinks out on the replay system. But here is what brought out our third, yellow, and fourth caution of the day. That's 13.
And next week's gonna be a big short, little short track.
Contact, and there goes the 13. Holds the brake, hopes that he doesn't hit the wall, and luckily he didn't hit the wall.
So that's gonna be a caution fest as well.
Hit the wall.
Hell, we're all cautions at big track, little track.
Call these shots when he's flying back up through the field. One negative, though, he probably wasted a set of tires there. So all that strategy in the beginning by staying out, saving a set, he's probably gonna have to go on multiple fresh ones.
Most likely we'll have to. Well, because we are now what would have been the comp caution for these drivers, but again, that is removed after our first yellow flag that came out back at caution. I mean, on lap number 9. We're going to step away for our first commercial break. Thank you so much for joining with us here on Frankie Fast Broadcasting. You're watching WSSR Roast to the Cup Series.
Those cars got decent brakes on.
For the drivers that are marching for the Lids Triple Crown Challenge, but you are watching the Kiss the Bricks 250 by Lids. We'll be back in just a few moments for more racing action.
He's definitely on track for a record.
He gets a well-deserved soft drink.
My drink, my diet, Dr. Kelp.
I think that record goes to him at Lucas Earl.
We don't talk about that race.
Zach remembers that race. Specifically, the outside wall.
I enjoyed being a snail on the bottom lane that whole time.
One more caution, I'll get it fixed.
Hey, this is Benjamin Nelson, your Season 7 WSSR Cup champion. I'd like to give a thanks to Roasted Jim's Coffee, Trophy Smack, all the admins at WSSR, Snowy Desert Racing, everybody that tunes in to the Freaky Fast broadcast every week, including my family and friends, co-workers as well. And I am so honored to be able to hoist this beautiful trophy.
So I get lucky dog and I'm a yellow.
I've never been more proud to be a champion.
To the 8 combo like this.
It's the 15 car.
Oh, whatever they fixed in the pits, it's not helping.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Freaky Fast Broadcasting. My name is Sam Dykes.
It like darts in, but then it won't hold it.
It's Robert Boyer Jr. And thank you for joining with us here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting, giving you the coverage of the WSSR.
It's like the rear is towed or something.
Race number 5 of the season. It's been a hectic one. You're now 30 laps in the book. That'd be 31. We still have 70 laps to go. That'd be 69. As the field's rolling around turn number 3, Benjamin Nelson leads the way. Ollie Fonseca, our pole sitter, going to be in second. It has been a lot of jostling back and forth. Drivers on mixed strategies. Those on some of the freshest tires are all the way back in 18th place. And because of the hard racing back there, that's what brought out most racing yellow. But up front, slightly older tires and hoping for the track position to stay. Here we go as the pace car pulls into pit road. It's time for Benjamin Nelson to take us to the green for the Kiss the Bricks 250 presented by Lids. Here we go as the green flag is out, down into turn number 1. Nelson's figured out this restart, and Fonseca, he's got a battle again for second place.
Got that restart figured out, controlling the field.
Oh man, it does not have turn in.
Johnny Brugg.
That sucks.
Not able to complete the pass. Looks like he's just going to stay tucked in here, going through this next corner, and be able to hammer.
I'm going to be fighting for 30th.
Right away and get that draft going. We saw speeds reaching 200, 202, 203 miles per hour. Right now they're 195, 196, 197, 202. I see, Sam.
They are screaming. Trying to keep up as quickly as they can. On some of these big passes, who's right now just in the 71, that we're sure we're junior.
Then I can't make any passes because I ain't got straightaway speed.
Cameron Sarn, who's kind of been a catalyst, you could say, of our front runners inside the top 10 that everyone's trying to get by. Haven't been able to. We've hit a great wall so far as 71 aggressively on the entry, clipped, and there we go. 71, 99, and the wreck builds off the exit turn 1. The rest of the field hoping not to get collected more into the chaos.
71 wreck another car.
Trying to slow down and fan out.
It looked like maybe 3-4 cars total there. That's unfortunate, running in the top 5 there, and that damage is going to put those guys in some. They're going to have a couple of minutes to repair there, Sam. So unfortunately, we're going to have another caution.
I thought that was a much bigger wreck than it actually. I thought I was coming up to a pile up.
Drivers are not giving
Just
each other
give me the oil. I need the oil. I literally can't turn this way.
That's Brian B. Johns, I think, smartly gets out of the way. But here's
I'm just going to catch
the
up
aggressive
here.
driving from
It's
71
by, but I'm
and the
going to catch up.
99. Edward Jr. trying to get by the 99 of Sarn as there's some slight contact off the exit of turn 4, but it's the setup going down into turn number 1 by the 71. Aggressively trying to, dive down in the corner, but
Oh, it was the 71.
trying to hold their own line. And race control deeming this incident on the 71 of Edward Sherwood Jr., but
Hey,
Justin,
Sam,
just
you can hear
two
the
drivers
Norris
aggressively
wants an interview.
entering the corner. 71 just not able to hold his line as aggressively and as best as he wants.
Was that a close pit?
99 going with a different, also turning it and
I followed that guy.
than what everyone else was doing.
I wasn't even paying attention to that.
Over that real estate. It seemed like the 71 got in there a little hot, and then started coming up slightly. And then the 99 is just there, though. I mean, just like you mentioned early, just not really giving each other enough room. I mean, we know
Yeah, the pace car.
lose that momentum because
Oh man, that sucks.
so fast down these straightaways. If you come out 5 miles an hour slower,
If I would have just stayed out,
but it's just unfortunate.
came into the open pit,
It was running really nice up.
I would have got it all fixed. But now I'm not going to get it all fixed.
Nights are going to potentially be back in the 25, 30 range.
And if everyone gets damaged, then that's, you can try to rebound from it, but Edward Sherwood Jr. with required damage into pit road is the 71 machine as the field's trying to make their decision. Do you enter pit road or not? It looks like majority of them deciding to stay out for themselves as field's been having a pretty good run overall. Where you're comfortable. It's been a blast to see this field.
I don't know. No, because I got to wait all the way for the 4 to come around.
Our pole sitter winner,
I can't go into the pits right here
Ollie Fonseca, and see how he's feeling going into this next race.
unless I get him to clear my black.
Salmon.
But then that'll be clearing a legitimate black.
Yes, sir, I do. Well, Ollie, you came away with the pole to start tonight off. Man, how are you?
There's going to be more cautions. I'll just stay out.
Machine and some of these restarts have been happening.
Yeah, I'm hoping for sure that Ben takes the bottom again. I do not want to give Johnny the chance to get to my outside. I just don't feel like there's really any opportunity to do much on the bottom with the way this track is. But yeah, I'm having a blast, man. I had no expectation whatsoever to get the pole tonight, so I'm just trying to make the most of the opportunity.
Yeah, congrats on that.
Actually, I could probably go in right here.
You have that first pit stall selection.
I think I had maybe 30 seconds left.
Restarts, if he does choose the inside or outside, it just seems like all night whoever has the lead.
I got to let the 4 around though.
But if he does come down later into the
Wherever he's at.
be able to try and roll the dice there with him.
Well, I mean, the more opportunities that I get in a row to kind of start alongside of them,
Yeah, no, I can't go in.
it is to kind of guess when he's going to go. That's all it really is just timing it perfectly. And even then, you still got to be able to hold this quarter panel going into turn 1 to, not let him come up the track and get a better run off the corner. So that's all I can try.
Wait, I can.
And I know, I think I got
screw it.
left sides than him. I think he stayed out earlier. So I'm keeping that in mind. I'm just trying to play it cool and wait for the opportunity to come to me for now.
Doesn't really seem like it's helping much.
If you do that,
Ollie,
you'll move
last
full
question
laps
before we send you
down
back
so that
to
way
your
I can get
team,
the lucky
but
dollars.
how have the tires been feeling tonight? It seems like old tires versus new, there's not too big of an advantage there.
For Dakota to get absolutely killed for no reason.
Yeah, I ran a couple of the official races earlier, and the track temp was way hotter, so the tires were wearing a lot quicker. But for sure, I think there's definitely a huge advantage, at least on the short run, with fresh tires there. But I don't know if that's really my goal right now. As far as that strategy goes, I'm just trying to keep it cool and try to wait for the opportunity.
Well, we hope for the best. We'll talk to you. Hopefully, we talk to you later on Ollie. Good luck on this restart.
Thanks, sir.
I don't like all this talking about
That's going to be Larson Line, driver in the 24 of Ollie Fonseca. Got the pole. For a good run. Justin, anything interesting you heard from that interview we just had with the 24s getting ready for this restart?
Interesting to hear him talk about just wanting to play it cool and not force the issue, because we saw that on that restart. Maybe the issue was forced a little bit and a couple guys got in accidents, but I really thought that the tires seemed like they were potentially not wearing out like we were seeing, but the drivers are out there saying that they are a little bit more of an advantage to have those fresh tires. So we're going to have to see when it gets down to the end of the race if you're going to take tires or track position.
Open for a good launch here. It's going to be Benjamin Nelson. He's been figuring out how to break away for Ollie Fonseca, but this is Ollie's third chance to figure out the timing zones for these drivers. They're waiting a little bit later, but hits the brakes. 250 is back underway, and oh no, Calamity is wrecking back up out of 27th position. It is gridlock as we're back under yellow flag, and drivers are hoping to get pointed straight. But Calamity strikes on this restart. Drivers are still piling into one another.
Yeah, we talked about that bottleneck potential happening. We saw it at New Hampshire, and it happened tonight. It just maybe it was a little bit slower restart than what people were expecting. And guys in the back get
this is fun.
Get on the brake hard, and as you see right here, Sam, it looked like 18. We saw him coming across the track.
Yeah,
we're going to bring this to you in a couple seconds here.
Yeah, it's going to be the 98, it looks like, and the 12. They're going to be the ones that make contact with one another. And the big thing here,
pretty far forward.
It is a rule in the league that you're supposed to be staying close, within a car length or closer is the way that the league would like to have drivers stacked with one another. And you see that gap that's building up. Drivers are giving up these gaps to get a good run on these restarts, and it backfired. Didn't take off like we've been taking off. Changed up the cues and the cadence, and drivers running into one another with the gridlock parking lot, and some drivers able to take off, others not. Speedy backs up instead of going forward, and just getting a little bit more damage all around as the field, as that was one of those moments the league always hopes doesn't happen, but restarts are
have we turned
we're going full song.
Yeah, especially when you
more than 10 green flag laps
wind up like that. You're 2x2x2, and to let some of the viewers know who might be watching, and they might say, well, why can't you just pull to the left and start passing all those cars when they slow down? You are not able to pass to the left in these races until you get to the start finish line. So it's something where you have to stay in line. You can't you could pull down, but you can't pass. And if you do pull down, then the guy behind you might be able to jump to your outside, because you can pass to the outside, just not the inside.
Yeah, always have to defend the outside on the restarts, and drivers able to get their black flags clear. Thank you to our race control of being Steve Benjamin for helping out with these, having a rational person outside helping run race control. So nice to have when we have issues like that happen where drivers need help getting their black flags cleared, able to get it done as the field getting ready for this restart. We're excited for it, but before we get to this next restart, we do have to say thank you to the amazing sponsors that help out the WSSR throughout the seasons. And coming back for another season was the both of them. Starting things off with Roast to Gems Coffee being the title sponsor of the WSSR Cup Series. If you'd like to go get yourself some great premium coffee to start your day off right, go on over to roastedgems.com and go purchase your coffee. Remember to use the promo code WSSR, 5% off on
Josh, you can have this
purchase,
13
as well
spot
as they've got
next
plenty of other great options of coffee varieties you can get,
Yeah, you can keep
and
that.
as well, great merch line. With the holidays done, maybe you just need to warm up and get cozy. Go check
I got a duct tape car,
great merch line. As well, huge shout out to Trophy Smith
towed out rear end,
for a trophy award or maybe
and a dream.
picture. Go on over to trophysmack.com. You might be wondering, what do you mean by picture? Well, it's called a wall smack. It's a metal plate that you get to put a custom picture that you like.
It's like whatever it is killing my right rear.
Their race wins or championship moments, so showing off their glory, and it's what's amazing.
I'll have to save the right rear. No, it ain't. Not too bad. 3-degree difference, 2% wear.
Get your wall smack on the wall, or with currently, it was added just
Of course, that's only like 2 green flag runs, though.
get your wall smack on, and use the promo code WSSR Cup. Get 10% off on your wall smack, any of the other items that you can find at Trophy Smack. Well, Justin, we're not even in the second half of this race. We're still in the first half. There's been 6 cautions so far. But man, it certainly looks like up front it's safe. Anywhere else, it is a hazard to be.
Yeah, and I think that you hit the nail on the head right there. We noticed in the beginning of these cautions, drivers pitting, giving up track position, taking tires, splitting. Top 10 would stay out, bottom back half would pit. Now,
Let's see if we can make it to turn 1.
pits. That might be something, Sam, where they don't want to risk giving up any track position. They don't want to go any further back and risk being in any of these accidents, because we're starting to see the trends be caution after caution.
Yeah, I mean, this is what Indianapolis can turn into, and I think it's one of those things where it's either the cautions are going to be a lot early on, then we'll break into a good long green flag front later on in the race, or it's up and it starts to bring out more yellows late in a run. Indianapolis has been a tough track. They had to go to overtime in the past for both of the past races back in Season 2 and Season 5. They're hoping that is not necessary for tonight's race, but hey, if we get to that point,
We might actually take the green.
here it's at 9. The field's stacked. They're ready to go. Haven't talked about it that much. The drivers deeper in the field that just got repairs. Some of them decided to take tires, but they're so far back, I don't think they're going to be a huge factor to watch out for. But all in Fonseca, Benjamin Nelson, we're back underway for the Kiss the Brakes 250 presented by Lids. And the 79, probably one of his better launches of the race. What a good one for himself. Not wasting any time. Now Johnny Grug, Ollie Fonseca stay side by side up the exit of turn 1.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Benjamin Nelson had a
Let's see if I got the straightaway speed.
Before we talked to Ollie Fonseca, he mentioned how if he got enough of these restarts, he was going to figure it out and get around Nelson one of those times. Nelson was able
Oh, hell yeah.
there, Sam.
Duct tape worked.
Launch on him. As we see the 52 here now going to the inside. Maybe going to make a move here.
I might have a chance
Spot.
at 20th.
First battle in the top 10 that we're seeing right now.
You're clear high, clear high.
Some
Of course, they got damaged too, so that's not really a fair assessment.
changing up the factors. That's what's allowed third one account. Christopher Wavy inside of our top 10. It's great to see drivers that maybe had some weak starts.
It might be damaged car versus damaged car here.
And at least showing, hey, we got the track position. We have the speed to be up here. We're talking about this top, right before we went green to start the race off. These qualifying times were so close with one another as almost contact with Cody Reed and Heath there. But the speeds were so close to one another that we were expecting them to be on top of one another all race long.
Yeah, and they really are all over each other right now. We're seeing them not get much separation. I think if it does go green, maybe we might see some separation. But right now, no, we got Brandon Colley right here on the outside, and Danny Cochran, who was up there leading not too long ago. 28, 29 right behind him, all three of them there lined up on the outside. That's going to potentially get the 2.
I think, no, Cameron Sarton I know he was getting repairs.
As we see right now, the 29 go down with the Cochran to help.
Trying to help Danny Cochran. I know the 1 and the 2 are really hoping we don't talk about them, as Johnny Grug and Say Sutherland put down the fastest laps of the race. You saw it pop up. They're finding some speed here.
But I'm maintaining
these tires
for now.
Last couple of restarts haven't really been able to put 1 to 2 laps in cleanly. Now putting down the speed, but Brady Colley, Danny Cochran, they've been hit with the commentator's curse heavily to start the season off. And what's funny is I heard them over the radio during that last caution, both wanting to make sure that they weren't talking about over the radio. Sorry, I'm doing. You're on screen, right on board the one of Collie, trying to make his way forward.
That's about all I got is maintaining.
And the wings to try to make the pass on this one.
My wheel's too far to
You
the
see the
left to be able
gloves
to get that
working
one
through the
right
corners right there. That gives a great feel for the viewers home on how much they have to drive these cars through those corners. You see right behind them, not a move being made there, but that draft, getting that run, he's going to go high here though. That's going to open the door for the 28 to get underneath them. You're going to see him work the wheel coming out of the corner, and that 28 is going to dive right under there. Now we're going to have to see if Collie's able to get back in here, stay online, not lose any more positions.
Moving away forward, you also have to wonder what was on Collie's helmet. That was a Dillard Senior sticker paste that put the helmet strap without the abilities to custom.
Could be the 3 guys in front of me are all damaged, and that green car is the first clean car.
One instead, he's got to try to hold back the 2 machine as Danny Cochran kind of set up a pass to the inside. He's going to try to gas it up.
3 guys in front of me are fast drivers.
And Danny Cochran, great run for the 2 machine off the exit of the corner, but they'll be drag racing their way down.
So that's my assumption, they're damaged.
It's going to be Anthony Audio Plum drafting the one turn number 1.
And it's just pushing, just giving all that momentum. You see how it just kind of gets the one to go up the track a little bit because he's carrying so much more speed than what the tires able to grip there. And Sam, we talked about the bump drafting at Daytona. On these straightaways, they're able to get so close underneath these cars, but I saw it once in a while we've been panning through these views on the cameras. You see some guys get a little, when they hook up, they get a little wiggly. And we haven't seen the issues right now, but it's still early enough in the race that these guys might not be pushing as hard as they would later in the run. That could lead to some issues with drivers getting underneath the rear bumpers and getting guys loose.
And my computer is struggling. Like, I got the frame rate, but it's stuttering.
Collie also want to give a report for the lead on the second. They'll get by Benjamin Nelson. They need to make a great lead, but let's do it right along with the 2.
Dropping frames or something.
Indianapolis down into turn number 1. Justin, this track, the car, it's difficult. Only 9 degrees of banking to work with. Danny Cochran showing the wheelmanship. All these drivers feeling pretty similar with the tire wear. You are working those hands every time you exit the corner.
You saw it live there, folks. It looks like maybe Anthony got up in that wall spec. We saw some sparks flying. It gave us a great angle here. And you see the draft just going here, almost 10,000 RPMs going down here in turn 3. That's 202 miles an hour. Heavy braking down here. You see how much these cars are skewed out. The 29 gets loose coming out of that corner. You're going to see the momentum now. He's able to gather it back up, but you just saw it coming out. You almost were able to read the score number on the side of the car. That's how sideways he got.
They are working it, and these shredders know when everyone was doing that sensation. The major mistake, you can collect multiple drivers or just find your night. Being done and dusted is seeing the 6 of Brad Delphin, a mixture of this battling Ivy Johnson doing his way forward. And also get by Christopher Wade and all the different lanes, tire wear showing, and drivers are starting to fall backwards. Older tires, that's going to be the 6 of Brad Delphin and Christopher Wade. They're on 7-lap-old tires. The rest of the field, they're on 20 laps. And then we took an extremely deep field back into the field here at Sarpits. This is that presence and then out there on the track. We'll move up inside of our top 10. We got 17 of Chris Stitz. I haven't really talked about Stitz that much. The one behind Stitz, that of Joshua Canada.
Shoot, I won't even be able to race for 20th.
Senior tonight. Quiet Danson's not a bad. Especially if you find yourself.
That doesn't help.
Yeah, quiet is what you want with the amount of cautions we've had early in this race. If we haven't talked about you, chances are you have a nice clean car, and that means that you're potentially going to be sliding right up here into the front of the field here. I mean, we are coming up here on half.
Wasn't paying attention.
7. I don't want to jinx it, but it seems like maybe we might start going green here for a little bit, Sam, and we might be getting green flag pit stops coming up for some of these guys that are on older tires that maybe didn't get the fuel, and they need to get in pit road and get that fuel and tires.
It's a new year. We're testing our faith. Is Tom Peters' car still with us, or do we brush it off with the new year? It looks like maybe we have brushed it off currently as Chris Stitz closing in. Kyle Heath, one of those drivers that really showed that 31 looked to be out of control, but somehow, as this run has progressed, has calmed down slightly as Brian Noel in the 77 having issues enforced into pit road. 77 did not have the run that he was hoping for. It looks like pit stop necessary for Noel. He could see that at
Damn, had to do some mirror driving there.
As drivers having issues.
That's some more damaged cars that I get to race.
Still trying to woe up for themselves.
Taking tires this time.
Cedric Hunter, I saw has some heavy damage on there. Second incident for the day, he definitely has damage this time, unfortunately for him. It came out of nowhere, Sam. It popped right up on the screen, and it just looked like 4, 5, 6 cars potentially in that accident. Just, wow, commentator curse still alive in 2024.
The power's still there, and it looked like it was around the 1 of Brandon Colley, the 6 of Brad Dell, and many of others around one another running into that game on some interior turn 1. Looked like Colley made a little bit loose on the interior turn 1, and it just was a kind of a log jam of drivers running into one another. And Cedric Hunter looked to be getting a lot of...
I don't know, there might be so many damaged cars, maybe I might get a top 20.
A couple of the drivers piling in late into the chaos as...
It'd be better than half the field.
Into the madness. But it was the 6 and the 1, and as well Zach Hall and 32 that were heavily involved.
Got 3 tires remaining.
Yeah, last week's winner, Zach Hall, we saw him sitting there sideways, and looks like we got the replay up right here, Sam.
Getting stacked up again, so you know it's going to be some aggression up here, and they're going to go in and get tires, so
coming in late.
I think everybody in front of me is going to go in and get new tires.
The chaos was in his mirror, and it wasn't him involved with it, but I think he would gladly take that. Unfortunately, it's a lot of his friends that were caught up in that mess, and some fast drivers that were trying to make their way forward, not able to do so, as just one mistake. Drivers.
Oh yeah, everybody.
And Ammonium strikes off the exit turn number 1.
That's just so interesting how quick
Except for him.
The 6 was just snapped right around on him. It was just like it's like he was off the gas and the car behind him got right on the gas at that time. It was just a wild incident how quick that happened. We do have all these drivers coming in pits now, though. I mean, we're halfway, so they couldn't probably make it on one more stop if it does stay green here, Sam.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see the majority of the field enter pit road. Everyone had been out there for 10 laps for some, 20 laps for...
Did he say you can't fix the damage?
Drivers that were out were over 30 laps on this current set of tires. So come in, get your set of tires, get some good runs, and hope that you get all that damage repaired for those that just got caught up in that mess. As the field race out of pit road, looks to be Ollie Fonseca to be out for that Nelson or Trevor off pit road. Staying out though, trying to get a lap led. Which is going to be the 77 of Brian Noel, which, you know, something that we didn't touch on is green flag pit stops. Drivers
I gained 2 positions. I'm in 18th.
If they come into pit road, they can stay on the lead lap. And Brian Noel actually pitted under that green flag condition. So he's having some issues that he needed to come into pit road, get some repairs done. The 70s.
Now I'm going to be mixed in with cars that don't have damage.
Stay out and keep the lead.
Yeah, and he was able to avoid that accident that happened right after he went into the pit. So the lucky dog award right there was just right there on him. He needs to go play Powerball, I think, tonight, because that worked out in his favor. That was a 2-for-1. He's going to come out with the lead here now, get some bonus points even. What a great strategy play for him right there.
It's a massive help for.
Is this going to be like New Hampshire where I finished 7th in a... No, I got 6th or 5th in a damaged car.
Have some internet issues, strike the 20 machine.
Wouldn't that be something? Back-to-back weeks like that.
Due to packet loss. Those are some heartbreaking moments when either your internet went out.
Another big wreck like that happens in front of me and I can dodge it.
There you go, man.
You know, that's 5, 6, 7, 8 cars.
Packet loss. Brugg is trying to get back into the section. A frustrating moment for the 20 machine. Luckily, we're under yellow. He's trying to get back quick though before he goes a lap down.
I hope he's able to get back.
And they got a leader that's not used or not normally up front.
Here.
So that's going to check him up. There might be a massive wreck here.
I know Johnny Brugg, I've raced against him. He's just
I might need to look ahead as far as I can.
They're challenging to almost
see if I can avoid that if it happens.
It'd be nice to see him get back in there. I know.
Because if I can avoid a massive wreck,
we're expecting him to have
I might be able to somehow get a 10th, top 10.
Class. I know Edward Sherwood Jr. has also been a strong rookie to watch out for this season. And it's always great when you see a rookie class come into a season and just show, hey, we're drivers to watch out for. We have the speed and have been clean to run around. But up front, Ryan Noel, 77 machine, going to be kind of lucked into a situation for now. He's the leader. They're entering pit road at the time of the yellow, allowing the 77 to stay on the lead lap. will be the lead driver. All it's sake of thought first.
See, he's on the,
Lead driver.
I guess I'm assuming he took the inside. I didn't hear otherwise. Looks like it's a black car.
For the 24, but you can see that nose, it is dug in for the 77 of Brian Noel. That damage, we'll see how bad it's going to be working on this launch. Start this restart, but welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
3 wide.
Half of the race. The note's going to long one, but we still have 50 laps to go, about to be 49, as we are back underway for the Kiss the Bricks 250, presented by Lids, down into turn number 1. Noel holds steady, but it's going to be the battle for second place that's underway.
Yeah, we talked to Ollie earlier in the race, and he said he wanted to be on that outside on restart, so it worked out for him. He's able to clear Benjamin.
I think I'm just going to stay where I'm at.
Turn 2 here.
I'm not going to try to go low.
When we see this 24 getting that gap on the 70, on the 79, excuse me, right now his mindset's probably getting on around that 77 in case we do have other restarts. He wants to control the lead. There is damage on that 77, but he's able to hold off right now. Surprising.
He got a little bit of damage here after that stop on their brake light.
Looking clean so far, except for that guy. Who is that?
Once again,
he's getting freight train. Is he going to be able to pull in front of me?
R9 for drivers this evening.
Don't look like it.
Maybe it's a full somewhere.
I've been in that position before.
Say hi. There's the car on the low side.
For how long? Because all he could say that just looks poised to fight to get the lead back.
Yeah, we're seeing the 24 just coming out of that corner.
How is the outside line 1 lane up at Indianapolis working?
I don't think he's going to be able to clear him though, Sam. He looks like he's going to tuck back up, but he's going to try and get that run back down the straightaway and get into turn 3, because if he waits any longer, 3rd, 4th, 5th place, you're going to be catching right up to him.
On top of another side by side down in turn number 3. Ollie Sega shipping it, trying to force the 77 to go a little bit wide. They're going to be almost making.
Ooh, I didn't judge that right.
Hold strong.
Whoops.
Well, just with the strength.
I don't think I got any damage.
With French rubber. Well, hold steady. Fonseca has to settle back in as the drivers roar over the bricks on.
Yeah, look at that outside line. I can't even go to the bottom.
Mostly all single filed out in.
It's slick on exit.
Ryan Noel, as well as Ollie Fonseca.
That's crazy. That dynamic track.
The attempts, Justin, the more I think that he's really using up those tires, and he could give a chance for 3rd, 4th, or 5th, waiting for a chance to back the lead.
Yeah, it is potentially ruining.
I just can't hit that wall like I did.
Tugging them on harder when they're so cold at the beginning, and you run hard like this, it heats them up really fast. I mean, he wants to get that lead. Brian Noel does not want to give it up either. He's got that damage, and he's holding his field off right now. He's showing everyone what he's made of right now.
Field, Jordy trying to stay single file, couple of battling side by side. We have the lead battling side by side. It looks like Ollie finally got the run he was hoping for and will solidify that lead position. Noel's going to fall back into 2nd place. And let's see that of Benjamin Nelson trying to figure out where to place this.
Well, I'm able to maintain right here so far.
7. Well, looks like maybe those tires, it was just a couple of laps different. I think the 77 might be showing that weakness of what happens once we get into a longer run on these tires.
Yeah, and that little bit of nose contact might be hurting just a speck there. You never want to have any damage on these cars. They like to be nice and clean, so they're shaped like a bullet going through the air as we see him fall back down to 3rd. But he's still doing what he needs to do. He got the track position. If he can stay here in the top 5, top 10, and go back in, and we see some contact potentially back there, Sam, maybe in 4th position, look like maybe improper might have gotten sleeping in that wall.
It's also been pretty close for the likes of.
Ate that wall a little bit.
Red and white. And the ones that seem to be closest to the wall, it's kind of funny to see similar swings are having.
Ben's the jet front end damage
around this course. They are trying their best as Crawford gets a good run. Going to be aiming to the inside, go for past the 3rd. It's like this race continues to stay green.
Your splitter is lifted up in the middle a little bit.
He's going to have to go in for a pit stop.
Sorry, the
I'm trying to do some quick math here. It's going to be close. This race could be a 1-stop from here on out if we stay green. Yet to have green flag pit stop yet, Justin, and I think that factor could really change this race up. But that's if we can get to that point of view, because we've had a caution every 9 to 10 laps. Go green, able to have a decent green flag.
Yeah, we saw this early in the season with Texas. We saw a bunch of cautions early in that run, and then all of a sudden, we were blessed with this amazing finish at the end that came down.
How do you pass though when the outside lane does dominant?
Across the line.
I think I said that earlier.
Burnout, Sam, but he was. So
still don't know the answer to it.
I think we came back around in the 50 for the first for the final caution there. So if we add about 25 to 27 laps, it's going to be right around 75, 77. So depending on the fuel burn, we could be setting ourselves up for another interesting finish, assuming it stays good.
Certainly good. So we're starting to see that swing in the front, being aggressive.
Top 15 damaged car though. I kind of like where I'm sitting.
Into this run, and those that were being patient, aggressive. That's Cody Reed. 77 run go well.
They racing hard.
Stacked up on top of one another.
Oh yes.
Find a way to get by the 77. They're going to be 3 wide.
Ooh, I got hit.
Pass for 5th place. Cody Reed, Brian.
Zero exit, but
25, not able to get into the ball is clean.
there we go.
Back in line, and oh no, the rookie behind him.
Top 10. Here I come.
5, 6 drivers spinning around. See Isaiah Sutherland.
I saw that coming.
Drivers that was heavily involved early in the race.
Damn, is it going to be back-to-back weeks, damaged cars, top 10?
Slip up and away they go, and it looked like
Better not jinx myself yet.
worst of it for the two.
How many tires I got?
It looked like Isaiah Sutherland has damage there in the front.
2 tires left, lap 60.
He hit the inside wall. I'm not sure where he got that damage.
Take it here?
But he maybe locked it down in time.
That was 9 laps green.
The replay looks like it's about to come.
I'll just do whatever top 10 do.
Damage you're talking about, that was grabbed on the front end of Isaiah Sutherland in the 14.
Track position is king.
That's going to be the catalyst. 14 and the 2 are going to be the ones
I
that
definitely don't want to be the leader with new tires behind me, though.
turn 2 was going 3 wide, getting a little bit frisky.
Or do I?
This causes drivers to lock.
'Cause damn, you can't pass.
The exit, one tap, bad tap, and away they go, and the rest of the field.
Yeah, we saw when they were 3 wide in front, that might have slowed up those lanes a little bit, and then the drivers behind were just too close to one another, and we saw what happened.
I'll just do whatever they do.
Unfortunately, it's going to catch them all up, and we got a second look here with Sam.
That's it. See Sutherland.
Pit road is now open.
Points leader's in second, so I'll do what he does.
So much because of 3 wide battling in the entry of turn 2.
I think I'm third in points.
Wasn't enough space to work with.
71
Contact there, and that's what gets Kenny out of shape, and then they go chaotic.
He stayed out.
Yeah, it did look like the 2, maybe right before that incident, maybe got a little bit too low down there, and it seemed like the car did get a little twitchy too. And that also...
Track position. Saving fuel.
Maybe he just got off the gas, a spec there too, and it kind of got the car more unstable. This product of having 4, 5, 6 cars right on top of one another.
As now this allows
Well, they banking on one more stop.
done for themselves, and
another 10 laps on tires and then go in.
road. We got a lot of drivers also deciding to stay.
I guess 9's not enough.
Drivers in total currently going to be staying out.
Of course, they went in so many times when
for themselves.
it was early in the race. They may not have many tires left.
Bring out this yellow. So
I got 2 left. They may only have 1.
Done. We have lost a couple of
with 40 laps to go.
For themselves, Russ.
Either way, I don't want to drop back in the field again.
I'm gonna take the top
and John Forbes have all called it a night. Still in pit road is Tyler Dangler and Michael Bennett, who have been in pit road since lap 9, trying to get their repairs done. James Skeeter has been in pit road for the past 24 laps, and everyone else from 34th up to that of 15th, the pit road, getting service done for themselves, but an extended time allowing drivers to get damage repaired for themselves. Well, we're on lap 60. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining with us.
I thought as much as I turned left when I saw that wreck, I thought I was big clear of it. I'm still surprised somebody came and got me.
They cannot make it from here if we just came into pit road.
Hopefully it didn't mess the duct tape up back there.
Presented by Lids. Back in just a moment for the green flag and the start of this next race.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? Then pit boys fixed my spoiler with duct tape, and then somebody knocks it off in that little incident.
Alright, man, we're going green next time by. Alright, man, line up on the inside row. Catch the 28 car. Keep digging, man.
Hey, Ryan, is my splitter still messed up?
The goal here is to get to the outside line. at any cost. Even if I got to cut somebody off.
It's good to know. Thank you.
Brandon Colley, brand new tires in 15th. And everybody behind that's got brand new tires. Dang it. Of course, they wasn't as fast as us because they wasn't really running us down. I don't know.
Hey, Ben, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Do you see anything on my left front there?
Your left front?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look clean from what I can see. I think it was mainly on your right side.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Get ready.
Yeah, not a problem.
For those of you behind, I'm going to be a little ginger on this restart.
All right, man. The pace car is in. Green, green, green. You're in the top 10.
Heads up.
Outside. Still there? Hold your line.
Has anybody seen Gaudio?
Stay low.
He went quiet in Discord. I don't know. Something happened.
Stay low.
Okay, because he's no longer on track.
Damn, I can't get it outside. Maybe after this
Stay
car.
low. All clear, all clear.
Brown P. Johnson, he's a fast driver. He's gonna cut up on me.
The leader just did a 52.107.
Come back, ladies and gentlemen, to the
Yeah, one
WSSR
inside.
Roast to Gems Cup Series, race
All
number
clear, all
5
clear.
of the
Inside.
season 8. You're watching
high.
the Kiss the Bricks 250 presented by Lids.
Clear low,
Indianapolis drivers have had plenty of competition.
Oh, that puts him back in ninth. Caution comes out on screw.
It's been really the duel of Ollie Fonseca and Benjamin Nelson up front. It's been a pleasure to give you all the coverage here on Freak Fast Broadcasting. My name is Sam Dyer. With me is Justin Malarkey and right production for the background. Instead, the drivers up front. It's been the duel between Ollie and Benjamin Nelson, but man, it's been a fun one to watch, even with scattered of all of these incidents and wrecks that come up.
I figured you were going to be able
It has been the two of them, Ollie Fonseca and Benjamin Nelson up front. It seems like the majority of the run, especially late as things have settled in slowly here after the restart. But Nick Crawford running third, Joshua Nada, who we talked about a little bit earlier, and Cody Reed rounding out the top 5. Chris Disson 6th, and Chris Wade in 7th.
Damn, I got speed too. I ain't going down there though. That's a sucker hole.
Restarts.
The front control vehicle, we also know at the time of the come on start forward, so drivers are not able to take it to the end of this race. They still have to do one more pit stop before time is move over. Then you want to make that particular
That happened to Johnny earlier. I don't know
or
if you know,
not. There's
Gaudio
also been a
disappeared
couple
right
of
after
drivers
restart.
having issues.
Let's go down there and get freight train.
Yeah, I've never had an issue before either.
One of the most
That's weird.
recent drivers that got disconnected. He's trying to get reconnected back into the race. Two
Dude,
Dave
like,
Cochran,
the
who's
car
caught up with our
wasn't
most
bad,
recent wreck.
and
He
I
is
was,
back out
like,
on track.
Getting rolling
Larry,
again, and
like,
everything just goes
we haven't really
black,
talked
and I hear
about
my
Larry. The
car
last
go
time we
on
talked about
with
him
the last
was the
thing
fact
I
that he was
remember.
running practically in
Before,
last
like,
place before
threw me
our
out.
first or second caution of the day. And Justin, he
Sounds
is
like Dale
just
Jr.
outside of our top 10.
That top side gets the kickoff off the exit though. Well, shit, he's gonna. I didn't know he's gonna give me the outside here.
Maybe he just had a sense
I'll
of
take it.
Still there.
a little chaotic and he wanted to try and take
He just let me have that.
Clear
Hell
low.
yeah,
And now he's
that's mighty nice of him.
having issues and he's not been involved. You see him running 11th, Sam.
Damn, who was that? That was number 4. Thank you.
Brandon Colley, and in front of them, the
What happened? He dropped off big time.
Johnson. Ian has been saying it's over top 5, top 10 for the majority of the night, but the 4 What a run from the dirt track specialist of Mason Cassidy, but get a little bit squeezed. Everyone's trying to play nice as there'll be 3 wide down the front stretch. And Cassidy, he's got to be careful. Who's going to back out? No one does. Contact the 1 into the 4, and Cassidy into the outside wall.
Running 8th, and now he's going to drop back to 7th.
That was the guy who...
Heavy right
Damn, he...
the wall there.
That's crazy.
Standard of the 3 wide.
I got to stop thinking about it and start driving.
I mean, he's still under pressure here. Brian Kelly getting underneath him. Now he's going to step in.
I don't think they know how to do this line I'm doing.
Going up in smoke for the 4. In just one moment, went from running inside of our top 10 to just bowling outside of our top 10.
I'm dirt tracking this crap.
We'll get back to rolling. No, we will stay green. No caution flag is out. But on to the pit.
I stalled out on the straightaway, though.
It looks like pit road is where we would see Mason Cassidy heading now. And that is unfortunate for Mason Cassidy, who now just has to get that damage repair done and maybe get some fresh tires and just hope, hey, I can stay on the lead lap to get back out there on track.
Yeah, I might be able to pass him here. Should I go low?
8th, he was running.
No, I'm not. I'm going to stall out.
Probably going to go 1, maybe 2 laps down.
A couple more laps of this, though, I might be able to get him.
Something you hate to see happen for a driver of great caliber, Mason Cassidy.
Mason will get his tires, fuel, and get back to rolling. There he will now move up back into
1 inside. All clear, all clear.
12. Also got Gamble, up the 15 machine. Solid day.
He's slowing up, though. He's got a gap in front of him.
Everyone's trying to stay out of trouble, and we've shown them on screen. Haven't really talked about these drivers that much, but inside of our top 15, I want to give a huge kudos to Dakota Moniz in 14th place, and also 15th place runner. Haven't talked about him at all tonight. That's Nicholas Caressel, who in the 45 just running his own race laps right now, staying out of trouble. I was
going to try to get a run there, but I couldn't get the angle.
Yeah, we see him running
front tire wouldn't allow it.
Last week's winner. Back in 28th, started 11th, just got caught up in a couple incidents, and right now just trying to get that car back into where it needs to be.
God, I'm getting such a good runoff too.
I'll tell you what, you're getting close to lap 70. I want to start talking strategy. I love it. I'm a strategy guy.
These are new tires below me.
We saw Cedric Hunter earlier in the race stay out on old tires. We saw him not pit for.
I might have to go low just to.
10. Do you think a driver out here might look at pitting at like 73, 74, so he stays green? They get in the window, like you said, they're not going to go a lap down.
I'm sorry,
they get to new tires, they're out there running by themselves.
Wow, it is slick.
Take care of the tires, they don't have to push it.
Screw that crap. I'm staying where I'm at.
Pitting later on, and they're all in the group of everything. Do you think it's a strategy that maybe we might see some guys?
Ain't no way you can get on the gas down there.
And try and get that track position. Then if
that's like ice.
They stay out and don't pit anymore for the rest of the race.
Cool save though.
I think lap 75 could be that window for drivers that stop. I'm just thinking about pitting soon.
I just don't know what to do because we're faster.
More aggressive on undercut.
Well, it's not
I think we also might be seeing preference aim for lap 80.
We're faster. I got aero damage. We're just screwed right here.
For sure. Drivers that are inside of our top 9 need to pit here in the next about 8 laps or so. They are going to be forced into pit road because they will run out of fuel. Might be able to go another 10 laps because of the amount of caution flags that we've had. This group will be forced to be the first to hit pit road, either on lap 75 or 80 as is.
That's their problem, not mine. I'm staying where I'm at.
It's rear bumper, and talk about the skew-wise of how these drivers are getting so sideways you can see the side number.
I'm going to end up wearing my right front out just like that. That was horrible.
Really itching on the amount of sideways grip they're willing to put out there this late into a row.
I know when I would be out there driving and you see that car in front of you get loose where you can see the side of his number, it instantly makes you feel like a shark in water. You smell blood and you start pouncing on that throttle, and then all of a sudden I'm sideways, and it's like a never-ending battle of everyone getting sideways. But what you like to see, you want that driver in front to get loose, because then you think you're going to be able to get underneath them. And
I just can't do nothing.
But sometimes it just doesn't always work.
This guy's right here.
He's on edge.
Clear, all clear.
Drivers are all getting stacked up in front of them. Christopher Wayne, biggest mover of anyone out on the track. He's the pretty
one inside.
But he is being
holy crap! I missed my brake point.
Travis see the 8 being Brian McMahon, mechanic right on the rear bumper of the 53. And for 7, it's Sutherland is waiting for nobody. He's been stealing and taking every position possible, and those fresh tires are showing for 14.
Fresh tires are showing. We know he does not have a pin here, so
this is gonna end badly.
Gonna be pitting here very shortly. Isaiah just wants to get maybe around the 53 here, and there's some clear room in front, and he can maybe just go into conserve mode, knowing that the guys in front of him are gonna be pitting shortly.
Yeah, so also it's gonna have to be
Still there.
Might be 80, might be 85. We'll force speed up the road.
The new tires cannot pass us.
Hey, Johnny, you mind letting me buy?
It's the 14 for anyone that hit it under our last caution. 12 laps ago. It's just too far. We could not save enough fuel for that margin. Given the window of 26 to 27, might be able to save enough to make the lap 30 to 31. You're going to be real happy to go with the safe mode. We're seeing the tires falling away. The heat's built up. This is that chaos field that we've been having, Justin. You're seeing this much movement for drivers. This is when we've seen our cautions.
Yes, when we do start seeing these cautions, it seems like it's about every 7, 8, maybe 9 laps.
5 laps of fuel. Interesting.
And yet, which makes you wonder, Sam, if drivers are starting to feel that out there, thinking it was going to peel off, maybe expecting a caution, and then they can cycle to the front.
Oh, we can make it to the end.
Ends up going back into the pits if we do get a caution here in the next 1 or 2 laps. Could be a strategy play.
Well, it was 77 that timed it perfectly. The last time he decided to go into pit road under green, but he might be the driver that's in the chaos, as we're seeing 2 wide, almost 3 wide. A lot of bouncing and moving off the exit of the corner. And drivers feeling that rear end, picking out more and more off the exit of the corner. It's tightening loose up. These cars do not want to turn on the entry of the corner because of how flat. Only 9 degrees of banking through each corner.
We're going to have to do damn green flag cautions, ain't we?
It's trying to get the car just to get around that 90-degree corner. Once it gets to the exit of the corner, the car just wants to snap. Maybe they can...
And I'm on rails. Man, why can't this thing have a bigger gas tank?
Right now, they are in chaos mode. That's right on board. It's seen through the glass, the windshield.
Damaged car. Fastest one out in top 7 here.
Nell trying to make sure he doesn't run into that 77G.
Yeah, this gives us a great view of what the drivers are seeing. What we're seeing right now is they're not able to get to the bottom. They're not able to even get down to that white line. They're carrying so much speed into these corners. The tires are really low right now. They're just not able to have any of that drift, and yet they're still going into these corners at 200 miles an hour, having to get on the brakes, throw more heat into those tires. The tires just can't grip it.
Clear low, clear low.
The big moves. I know it's calamity zone. Right?
Unbelievable.
For the lead. Benjamin Nelson starting to show some moments, but Larry Yingling dives it down low into pit road for the 67.
Yeah, Larry Yingling maybe using that strategy we talked about. He might feel that a wreck's going to be happening. He wants to just peel off, go get his fresh tires. And if it doesn't happen, he already got his tires. He's going to run faster laps, and he's going to be able to get by people if we do stay green here, just by having that undercut.
That is a strategy call, because also his teammate from in-game racing, Ryan Kelly, into pit road as well, getting service done. Snowy Desert Racing, 74. Nick Crawford won the fuel strategy race at Texas for the 2nd race of the season. Here tonight, showing your speed, closing in ever so slightly. Is Crawford on our lead?
Should have went in right there.
And all they can continue to fight back and forth.
They didn't call it out.
Careful not to run each other over, but it might be strategy call time, because into pit road is Snowy Desert Racing as well as some others. Joshua Kanata following in suit. Cody Reed and drivers put it with the head of steam. Almost calamity there for Nick Crawford and Kanata.
Josh Kanata using every ounce of speed, carrying it in there. What an incredible job. He got to slow down in time. We're seeing drivers start to hit pit road now. I love this play. 74 was showing great long run speed, and now he's going to have that undercut. He might come out with the lead next lap, Sam.
And we saw drivers under our cautions setting through their box. Well, now those tires are a lot more heated.
Oh boy, I hope I can make it.
Box if you're not careful. And looking at it, looking at the track 10, it is very cool. It is cooling off dramatically from where it was at the start of the race, where it was in the mid-80s. Now it's in the high 70s. That little bit of cool off speed is going to help for these tires on this short.
Easily.
We're about to go into different strategies, not waiting for an extra lap. All for the sake of hits pit road immediately, not wanting to lose momentum to Benjamin Nelson.
Yeah, doesn't want to risk losing, giving up that time, and drivers can probably run about a second and a half faster on those newer tires. And that second and a half could be the difference between having the lead and dropping back to third and fourth and having that dirty air on the front of your car, which we know no driver wants dirty air on the front of their car.
Oh, I was wearing my tires perfect. No wonder.
Drivers, this is another zone where you got to be careful. Drivers are coming into pit road. They're going to have pressured tires, and those that are out on track deciding to wait a little bit longer, such as Isaiah Sutherland. That closing rate would be disastrous if drivers are not careful. Also, for Dr. Canada, we saw that aggressive pit into pit road. Surprisingly enough, did not get caught speeding. That was a clean pit entry, and that could be a great move by the 16 because that aggressive entry point actually can gain you some time, and it did for the 16. Allowing him to actually jump over Nick Crawford and many of others.
Outside.
And we just saw Isaiah Sutherland decide to come in and hit. Doesn't want to give up any more track time out there on track on the little bit slightly older tires. We know he was one of the drivers that did pit about 10, 12 laps ago. But he decides to come in here even before lap 80, and he's going to be able to make it there to the end. Now all drivers pitting here will make it to the end. They are in the window.
All in the window, and those that have yet to pit also, they are not in the window. They need to come to pit road. Those drivers going to be inside of our top 8. Drivers that need to still come to pit road, top 9. The fast lead, Cameron Sarn, Kyle Heath still need to come to pit road. Same with Nick Alves, Caressel, Keeney, Corner, Sherwood Jr., Cedric Hunter, Ross Tatum, all still need to come to pit road. You've seen some of our fastest laps of the race being put down. You don't need to save your tires or your fuel.
They all pitted early.
Oh, it's Kyle Heath into pit road.
All go now as we see one of those top 9 now hit the road, and now there's 8 cars that have yet to pit. But Sam, it could be the strategy play that they might stay out as long as they can, run it to fuel until there's no fuel left.
Trouble for Kyle Heath. He was entering his box, locked up the rear end, and spun out trying to get into his box. He's very much sideways, but able to get those tires up. A very odd way to enter pit road, but luckily he didn't lose too much time, but he is going to lose ground at least 3 to 4 seconds with that awkward pit stop.
Yeah, 3 to 4 seconds in the pit when the guys are out there going 200 miles an hour is a lot of time out on track. It could be in multiple positions. Unfortunately, it could have been way worse. Luckily, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. He didn't spin it around and slide through the box and have to back up and do all that, which we've seen drivers be doing all night. But we're going to find out here, Sam, lap 79. Still staying out with Cameron Sargent, still leading. Nick Alves, second place, only 0.9 seconds behind him.
It's the second
45 on pitting time.
As Christopher Norris going to get himself back on the lead lap. Again, one of his laps back is 38. He's currently 33rd position, 4 laps down with that pass. Sargent's going to do a little bit of bump drafting on top going into these corners. As Sherwood Jr. gets service done. 71. 7 cars still needing to make their stop as we're coming up to 20 laps to go. Such a small number when you think about it, but a lot of time still out there on track. As Isaiah Sutherland puts down the fastest lap. Alves hits pit road.
And these drivers are now starting to really turn some fast laps. We saw Joshua Canada have one, now Isaiah Sutherland. They don't need to save the tires anymore. They want to get all the track position they can, because if another caution does come out, we're assuming everyone's going to want to come back in and bolt on another set of tires, because some of these drivers already ran 4 or 5 laps, and some of them haven't pitted yet. So this is a strategy play we were talking about. If Cameron does stay out and is able to go another 5 or 6 laps, and then a caution does come out,
damn it,
pits as leader, chances are the field's going to fall. So this could be a strategy play that might work out for some of these guys that decide to stay out if the caution does come out.
Huge play for each driver. 20 laps to go. We still have a total of
stay high. There's the car below that. Clear low, clear low. The leader is pitting now.
As well as top 3 being Joshua Corner, Nicholas Gressel, and Cameron Sargent. Sargent looks to be going into pit road for the 99, but a tough one for himself.
All clear, all clear.
Gressel going to be sending it down into turn number 1, leading a lap is the 45, who's been just inside of our top 15 the majority of the night, just staying out of trouble. It's been a good run. 45.
Hey Sean, how's it going? Thanks for the like.
It would be such a saving grace for the 45 to maybe go for one of his best finishes of the season. And also, that's right, in second place, Joshua Corner. We haven't really talked about the 22. They all gambling, stay out and hoping for a caution flag and save their run to get that track position. It's so key with less than 20 laps to go.
Track position being so key that it makes me want to circle back here to about 5 laps.
He's going to have to wreck me.
Here's peel off. We saw Benjamin.
Damn it, there was enough room.
So we see the 45 get up into the wall slightly there. It looks like the sheet metal's bent in a little bit there too, Sam, on that right side. Looks like you see the tires sticking out, so that was some heavy contact.
That was some very heavy contact for 45 up the exit of the corner. Just was trying to stay wide, got maybe into the marble section out there on the exit of the corner, and it's slightly loose, losing the grip, pitting. Some of that damage. You hate to see that happen here so late. But here's where the drivers are at that have already come into pit road, and it is a gaggle of cars from 6th all the way back to 14th position, all on top of one another, but they're all trying to chase down Benjamin Nelson, Joshua Kanata, and Cody Reed. Those 3 drivers have already hit pit road. They are finding themselves being about
I'm at the damn wall. I need to stay away from that thing.
So this group holding off Ollie Fonseca, and it looked to be trouble on pit road that hurt Ollie Fonseca. You hate to see that for the 24. That was looked to be one of the bigger threats, but also waiting a lap later, the undercut looking to be stronger under this pit stop.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things that we can talk about right now is the 24 coming in that 1 lap later. Benjamin Nelson's 15.8 seconds behind. Ollie Fonseca 20 seconds, so it was almost a 5-second swing by staying out that 1 lap longer. Maybe didn't have as strong as a pit stop.
Oh, he's gonna wreck him. Oh, that's close.
But he's wasting his tires right now, being stuck in this traffic. And then we saw on the flip side, Larry Yingling pitted. He was one of our first drivers to peel off in the pit road.
I had to check up there because of Brian.
Now he's 5th, and we still don't have the first place car that pitted, so technically he'd be up.
We got some slow cars in front of them holding us all up.
That's a strategy call. Joshua Kanata, who with his aggressive pit entry, has enabled the 16 to be up to 3rd currently.
Everybody way up there is just
on a charge.
Working out nicely for him.
Made it to our final 6. Race for the championship. Kanata, and he's going to try to continue on. Great run here tonight. Recenter himself for the rest of
short pitting was the call. I made a mistake.
They find themselves inside of a top 10 finish, or it was calamity and chaos waiting for them as we have 16 laps to go for the field. I think they're starting to realize this is it. You have to make these big moves now, or be patient, wait for your tires, and maybe you'll have a chance to make these passes with 5 to maybe 8 laps to go.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be something where you don't want to wait too long, because we just don't know, obviously, ever what's going to happen in any of these races. But the longer you wait, the hotter these tires get, the harder it is to make the pass. You see the 24 doing everything he can. He just doesn't have the draft help going down the straightaway here to try and complete the pass. Brandon Pauly doing everything he needs to do to be able to hold him off on the outside, including getting that help from 67 down the straightaways.
So starting to see a little bit of difference on now drivers want to get through tires.
I don't know who is holding us up, but this sucks.
More aggressive on the braking sooner as Joshua Corner hits the pit road. The last driver to pit. Everyone else is good to go. We can stay green, and everyone's got the fuel to make it to the end. But that 67 looks to be a little bit backing up on how onto these corners a lot more aggressively. With the rest of the field,
got one inside.
On the entry. Get inside of the driver that's in front of them. Make the pass quickly. That's where we're seeing all of the sake of Dave Crawford continue to stay side by side.
They continue to stay side by side down here, down this long straightaway. Looks like maybe Ollie Fonseca gets back in with the pass in that corner, but no, he's going to dive back in here. Sammy's going to get back underneath him and try once more. But
I went wide open just to see if it would hold it, and no, it did not hold it.
It was really close right there. As we see this gaggle,
14, 13, whatever laps. Can't abuse it too much here.
Under a blanket again.
There were 2, 3 drivers that were way more kicked out than they wanted to be.
I got several positions I can possibly gain here in front of me. Oh my God, he is slow.
Johnson and Campbell can stay side by side. And these drivers all.
He has got to do that outside line better than that.
They're showing the strength of this field. All these drivers so quick on top of one another, not giving an inch. And it's hurting some, and it's been successful for others. 14 laps to go. And these gaggle of cars, can they keep it together, or will we have a caution flag come out? We do have to shout out our sponsors one more time for the race.
He didn't like it, but I did it.
Everyone's been joining with us. A huge shout out to Ollie's mom, being 12 years old sponsor.
I want these cars in front of me here.
WSSR being Roasted Gems Coffee. Go remember to start your day off right, get your coffee, and get prepared for the week with Roasted Gems. Plenty of different brews and blends to try out. Go to roastedgems.com. Use the promo code WSSR for 5% off.
That's 3 positions. 3-4 positions.
Trophy Smack. Trophy Smack. They've got all the pre-made trophies, belts, rings, and as well wall smacks for you to check out. Or you can go customize your rings, belts, champion trophies, or wall smack. Remember to go over to trophysmack.com and use the promo code WSSR Cup. It's WSSR CUP. 10% off on your.
Whoa! Ho, ho.
13 laps to
Hold on.
The chaos.
on your door, Nick.
You had that sense, that feeling. Now, we're not done with yellows.
I think
You
it'll
also know there's a chance we could stay green, but there are some drivers out of control, such as that blue 8 machine.
lamp for me.
Yeah, under 13 to go now, 12 to go. We saw this happen in Texas, though. We saw all the cautions, and then before you know it, we had this finish at the end where drivers on old top. Center cell.
He cut it off.
I mean, this is the longest we've gone now without a yellow.
Hit that wall again.
Maybe bouncing off the wall slightly, I think maybe the 28 right there at that time. But coming here almost 2:11 to go, Sam. I mean, it's starting to really fly by. These drivers, they came.
What a save!
Sonata came out at 1.0 seconds behind. It's now 2.1, so he's losing ground to Benjamin Nelson. If he's saving, it's time to go. Cody Reed's getting closer to him. These drivers are all time to go. But that strategy plays 5.2 seconds.
As long as you don't wreck me, that should be a position.
But I mean, wow. We barely talked about him all night, and now here he is running 5th, 4th.
It's wild to see where Larry Eagling is. Cody Reed would have run for himself. Josh Granado, we barely talked about. He's in second place, looking strong to try to hold back the 52 machine. I mean, this is an incredible, just top 3 to look at. Benjamin Nelson still searching for his first win this season. There are probably 2 or 3 times.
It's going to be tough getting around these guys, though.
Going to be the odds-on favorite to win. Yet to do so. Here tonight, might be able to get that swing, but Joshua Granada, who's just quietly inside of our top 10, running in second after a impressive pit stop entry, has really worked out for himself. Cody Reed has been in a lot of precarious situations here tonight, able to skate away from some big ones. And now the 52 finds himself in 3rd, and slowly
he is dirt tracking.
Cody Reed might be our second place battler.
I'm faster. I got to not be wrecked.
That mess at any moment could break as we've got 10 laps to go here tonight.
Yeah, that is a
wow.
In fact, as we see an accident,
oh, there goes.
McCann, 17 on
there was just
wow.
The way McCann
all that work
out of control. What's odd is it was on the entry of the corner where the contact was made.
Yeah, I think I heard maybe
fast car in this series, and all I do is get wrecked by other drivers.
To him. We didn't see the replay yet here. We saw it happen live almost. It was just chaos. It looked like
second wreck of the race.
Even.
Fought all the way back up to, what was that, 7th?
Cam, what do you think there, Sam?
I mean, it was just a quick entry into the corner. We're trying to go in it hurts.
If I can just stop getting wrecked by other people.
Stitz and Ollie initially run the entry into the corner.
It's crazy.
We're going to be seeing here. Goes wide, perhaps there. It's going to be a bump before they turn into the corner. It's going to be Ollie against his contact. Get each other's space, and when you're that furthest on back driver, you got to back off.
I had those 2 cars in front of me, 2 or 3 or whatever it was. I had them.
React inside instead with 10 laps.
They were going low in the slick part, and I could stick a nose in. It was just, when was I going to burn my right front to get enough nose around them to where they couldn't pull up?
Indianapolis, we've had to use overtime attempts. But we might have to use them once again here this evening.
And we have up to 3 attempts to my checkers, and who knows, we might be using all 3 of them, or maybe none. Seeing if this race does get back to green here, we'll find out very shortly. But Sam, it's time for pit stops to come up. I mean, you hate to give up the lead if you're Benjamin Nelson, but you...
Well, I didn't say I had wheel damage, so that's positive. Last time it did.
But I would have to imagine some guys, you saw earlier in the run, the track's pulling down like you mentioned, some of them stay out. I think there's going to be split here.
Here we go. Pit road stops. If anyone would think about staying down, it might be some of the drivers deeper in the field. Take that back. It is a major split. Benjamin Nelson into pit road. And there we go. The aggressive switch up. And I like this call from the 79. It's everyone else that followed him that really helps this decision for Benjamin.
But this is going to be big time arrow damage.
That was he switched it right at the end, and we saw Kanata come in who was behind him. He decided to get the tires.
Minute 19, not too bad.
I like it like you said too, because enough drivers stayed out. You always find out about 20 seconds after you make that decision if enough drivers stayed out, and then you feel good, or if not, you start regretting it. But I like it. I think he's going to be in a good position here.
I think there was maybe one or two drivers that I was thinking, okay, they should stay out just because of the time when they came to pit road, that being Joshua Corner,
Man,
those drivers made sense to stay
it's a tough league here.
Came into pit road so late compared to the rest of the field. Benjamin Nelson, Brandon Golly, Isaiah Sutherland, aggressive decisions to stay out, and I love the call, especially if you look at the rest of the field. They went gutsy as well. Nick Crawford decided to come into pit road, get some service done for the 74, but it's when it gets interesting behind the 74. Ollie Fonseca, Ryan Kelly, Larry Yingling, 2 tires were called for those drivers as well. 2 tires for Dakota Moniz. Rest of the field.
Forgot to look and see if I got engine damage.
Wow, I mean, we really have multiple strategies here. My favorite is still going to be
no engine, just arrow.
I know the tires are older, but the track is getting cooler. Right now they're running nice and slow, so he's able to cool down these tires. I think he's going to be in a really good position here, Sam.
I love it as well. And really, these drivers taking that gutsy call. How is it going to work out for themselves? I'll have to find out and see on this restart. I know that the field is thinking, okay, let's stay out of trouble the best that we can. I'm curious on the mindset for our leader, see how he's feeling. Let's see if we can queue up our leader right before this restart and see how Benjamin Nelson is feeling as we pull in our leader currently. 79, Benjamin Nelson, and Sam adjusting up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah.
Well, Ben, you went with the gutsy call, staying out. What is the confidence level with this decision?
It's not high, but as the leader, I didn't really have a choice. I kind of had to keep my track position because whatever I did, they were going to do the opposite. So, yeah.
Man, this is going to be a massive pile up.
In the booth, I love your call. I think enough drivers stayed out.
Top.
You've shown speed all night. I know you're going to
top 6 stayed out.
We have all the confidence in the world that you're going to be able to.
And they're on
these restarts all night. You've been showing us how good you've been.
20 lap old tires.
And best of luck.
17, 18, something like that.
We'll send you back to your team. Good luck on this restart, and hopefully we talk to you at the end of the night.
Appreciate it.
My best bet here is just to dodge the wreck.
Crazy launch here for the 79, mainly because he is on 8.
Which has been my best bet all race, but that's luck has said otherwise.
Very old tires. Isaiah Sutherland going to be on 17 lap old tires. 14 lap old tires for Nick Alves, and then Keeney and Joshua Corner going to be on 9 lap old tires. Corner's on that spot where we saw, you know, Cedric Hunter and others that stayed on old tires, where they were in the comfortable zone. Everyone else in the unknown. How bad are those tires? Or the brush rubber going to make their way through the field? It's time to find out. With less than 10 laps to go, it's going to be 6 when we go green. It's the Kiss the Bricks 50 presented by Lids, and they're wrecking already. Calamity strikes. Whoa,
Jesus.
Another restart wreck.
Another major wreck. We're seeing a 74 to 16. Ollie Fonseca, our pole sitter, went from leading the race late in the year.
That's how it's going to be. I'm staying out.
Oh, no.
I ain't got required.
Everywhere.
Right. It ain't driving right, but... Oh, I got engine now.
It just was drivers, not...
Oh, yeah, I got big engine. Damn.
Out here, it's going to be a third driver.
I mean, what do you do there?
Checks up, gets...
They're stopped in a track in front of me. Oh, I got big engine damage. Oh my goodness.
Acquired damage for both of them.
And the thing about that, Sam, is a lot of these drivers that had the 4 fresh tires back there. So for our leaders that stayed out, I mean, we're going to, a couple laps are going to run off here, but they're also eliminating some.
I looked in my mirror and they wasn't stopping, so I tried to go low. It looked like there was a hole down there.
Between Nick Crawford
and then I started hitting my brakes, but the guys behind me still wasn't stopping, so.
Cal, he just nowhere to go for 31. He just sees
I saw something happen. I think one of the top, like, whoever stayed out spun tire.
on the field. They now have to recenter up. All those drivers who took that chance, getting 4 tires and fuel, now going to be having to come into pit road. We got another set, maybe use it, get some damage repair, and hopefully get salvage something. And like
It just sucks I got engine damage because now I'm going to be a big sitting duck.
pace car to get by before they can start pacing again. I believe the timing of this, we might
I might as well go on the pits. I'm wide open right here.
left in this race.
I love
There's
when
a chance we could either have
in front
3
of
laps to go, or it's going to be inside the regulation, green, white, checkered, with 2 laps to go on this next restart. It's
I mean, I'm just going to cause a bigger mess here.
It's extended. We could already go into overtime. I believe, though, we should have it inside the regulation, green, white, checkered.
He had the position when the
Yeah,
yellow
it's going
flag
to be
came
really
out.
close here. We are under 5 to go, but like you said, they did have that extra lap there, just trying to get caught up with the pace car. You know, it just gives these drivers a little bit of breathing room right here so they can focus on what they need to do. It's going to come down to these restarts here with not many laps left. You're going to have to nail this restart. Brandon Colley, if we could talk to him right now, I'm sure he's going to be telling us that he's going to do everything he can possibly do to stay onto that outside corner of Benjamin Nelson, just so he's able to side drop and slow him down, and then maybe have the outside lane coming out down straightaway and get that draft from the people behind him.
You're curious? Let's see if we can queue him up. Let's see if we can find that one machine out there in Discord. I believe I just found him. So let's see if we can talk to the one machine, Brandon Colley, get his thoughts on this restart. Brandon, it's Sam and Justin up at the booth. You got us?
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going pretty well for us. It's been entertaining to watch how this race has been going, but man, how are you feeling? I know that restart was pretty chaotic behind you in your mirrors, but how are you feeling for this next restart?
I mean, I feel like, assuming if Ben gives me the outside again, if I can get a good restart and maybe stay even with this door, if I can just hang his outside into 1, I'm gonna win.
Why is the pit lane still closed? Because I didn't go in.
Brandon, it's Justin up here. We got all the confidence in the world.
I better go in. I'm going to cause the next pile up.
Just for that aspect, what do you think he's going to do on here? He's been restarting so well all night. You going to be able to figure this one out? Don't give us away your secrets, but get it done for us.
They're going to hold you for a
I mean,
while.
it's just gonna be tough because the restart zone here is so large. He's got a lot of room to work with to try to, catch me off guard.
Not gonna lie.
You know, at the end of the day, seconds not bad, so we're going to try at the very least to not give that up. But if we can get
Oh, they're going to hold me on the green, ain't they?
let's see how this works out.
And we're excited for it, Brandon. We're going to send you back to your team, but good luck on this restart.
All right, guys, enjoy the show.
As it
I mean, if I stayed out, I was going to be a reason for the next one.
But we are in a position where if we do get a caution before the white flag, that 1 to go marker, we'll head.
And I don't want to do that, so.
We have 3 attempts if needed. Justin, any fun?
I could have asked for EOL.
Last restart, or we might have a.
Should have done that.
It's going to be, we'll have about 100 seconds until that white flag flies. So if we don't get an accident, the white flag will fly. But if we do, we'll be bringing green, white checkers to all these viewers staying with us for this nice, exciting race. We've had such great battles all night, different leaders, different pit strategies, but it's all going to come down.
I'm still going to pretty much get the same position anyway.
Interesting.
Well, before we get to the potential last restart, I do want to give a huge shout out. Thank you to everyone that's been watching with us. Hey, if you want to see some more exciting racing, well, check in with us Saturday night. It's going to be a good one at 6 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to be live with our JDRF charity race, 6 hours of Daytona endurance racing. We have multi-class racing. A lot of drivers already signed up, ready for the action. Hopefully, you'll be joining with us as well. Pace car's about to pull off. Here we go. Race 5. We've had 4 different winners the last 2 races. Did we get a bid? Let's vote.
I could have ducked in there, but.
Hits the bricks. 250 presented by Lids. Down in a turn number 1. Nelson got the launch that was needed, and Colley has to hold steady as Sutherland keeps it side by side on the exit turn 1.
And Colley sends it through that corner, though. He got a great running, clears the 14. He's got it.
I'm not going to lose any positions, maybe 1.
Seeing if he's able to hold that momentum. He's going to charge down here on this back straightaway.
I do have to serve it, though.
He said he could do it. We know he can, too.
So hopefully I can get in before they wreck again.
It was what Colley said. Nelson just wants to stay with that clean air. Drivers are having issues coming into pit road. Ken Campbell, major damages. He's going to have to head into pit road for the 15, but off the exit turn number 4, it is Benjamin Nelson for now. As the rest of the field, there's a pretty big gap, and oh no, drivers are piling in with one another. Kind of unease, back into the field, up and almost over as once again, let it be gridlock, and oh no, Kaufman, hard contact into the other drivers, and oh, that might be another penalty for the 25 as the rest of the field get rolling. And guess what? It's been the trend the last 2 times they've been here. Let's head to overtime as the caution flag came out with 2 laps to go. The field have to give it another try.
Another try, and we need to make mention Larry Yingling up to 4th. He's going to be restarting on that outside line. He was coming, Sam. He was getting ready to make some moves down that straightaway. The caution came out, unfortunately stalling his momentum, but right now we're seeing this replay here.
Yeah, that was the incident I was talking about with Ken Campbell. He had a massive wreck that didn't bring out the yellow. Instead, it was drivers that were coming off the exit and turn 4s. 74 gets into the outside wall, gets hit from behind, and then let the chaos reign as drivers kept piling into one another. And it's a little hard to see there, but there's Kaufman coming in late for that wreck, and drivers were trying their best to not get involved with one another, but it's so hard when you're next corner and you're waiting for the yellow flag to come out. You're trying to gain every position you can, and ultimately it's just one little mistake that caused everyone to slam on their brakes and wreck with one another.
Yeah, it looks like right there when the 74 got up into the wall, some guys turned down left to get off of them, and there was other cars underneath them. It just created a major chain reaction. We just had to restart, so drivers are all right there on top of one another, just nowhere to go. And this track is so narrow, it just instantly gets blocked.
Right here.
Couple of drivers waiting to see how this race is going to end, but a few might be already calling it a night officially. Johnny Brugg into pit road has required damage. James Kaufman as well into pit road required damage. Chris Stitz joining the likes of James Keeter, Michael Bennett, and Tyler Dangler. Black flags were given to Brian McCann and Ken Campbell up front. It's Benjamin Nelson and Collie getting another chance to try to go for a pass here. And
hopefully I can get my black clear, then I'll get 27th position.
Like he's changing it up. Once the driver gets a little bit closer to timing that restart, he switches it, and it just fools everyone on track.
Yeah, we had that tremendous feedback from Brandon Colley, the caution prior, and he was just telling us how the restart zone is so long
can you at least review
that it is able to give Benjamin Nelson a chance to switch it up enough where maybe he goes early in the box, then he goes maybe halfway through, then he goes maybe at the end, and it's just hard to guess. I mean, and the problem with Brandon is he's not able to guess, because if he beats him, he could get a penalty, and then he's going to be throwing away his race. And like you said, second's not too bad. I'm sure he'd take a second right now versus getting a penalty by risking jumping the start.
Especially with the way that this race has been going, I would certainly take a top 5 finish, let alone in a position to get second place. Collie is in a great spot. He's got some drivers, though, that are willing to get aggressive. That's going to be Isaiah Sutherland, who touched on him. Larry Yingling's down inside of the top 5. Reed in 5th. Jake Alves, though, interesting.
Oh, thank you.
Part of the grouping that decided to stay out, and in 6th place, not a bad position for how chaotic things were getting there for that quick margin. Also inside of the top 10, Joshua Corner was on those older tires. Still in the top 10, currently in 8th. Not a bad position, but over time, this is a different beast than what you've been dealing with all race long. You know that these are the final restarts of the race.
And final restarts, I mean, we know we're not going to have any more than 2 more. Now that we're used up 1 green white checkered, so it's getting down to it where you're running out of chances here on these restarts, and that's why we're going to see the chaos unfold. And we see the 67. We talked about him. I think, Sam, I'm pretty certain he's on the newer tires compared to the rest of the field. I think he was one of those drivers that did pit 2 cautions ago and survived that accident. So it's going to be really interesting here if he's able to get up there and get these spots.
11 cautions in total here tonight, 15 lead changes. And majority of the race has been under green. But yeah, like you said, there is that tire difference. Top 3 drivers, Nelson, Colley, Sutherland, they're on 25 to 23 lap old tires compared to Larry Ainley, who just took 2 tires, and that was 8 laps ago. Cody Reed in 5th took 4 tires, and he's the furthest up ahead with the freshest rubber. What does the 52 have here for a first attempt at green, white, checkered? If we get the white flag, this race becomes official. But if we get a caution under this first lap, we find ourselves for another attempt at overtime. We are green. A little bit of shuffling going on for the drivers back in 6th place, but it's going to be a hard charge for Benjamin Nelson. Colley keeps it close for once, trying to get rolling, but watch out for that of the 67 and the 52. They look quick. Here we go, Justin, off the exit of turn number 2.
They do look quick. They're going to line up here together, maybe potentially draft and be able to get by the 14. But the 52 is going to go high. It's going to leave the 67 down there, but he does have those right side tires like you mentioned. He's going up there battling these guys that are on slightly older tires, and he's going to pull right down to the bottom, get down to that white line, but not able to clear him, Sam.
Not able to clear in 4 leader. Benjamin Nelson looking for the white flag. If we get caution before the white flag, this race will go into another attempt. But we'll get the white flag. This race becomes official. Exit turn 4, coming across the line of the start-finish line, the line of bricks. And it is official. Just one attempt at overtime was needed. It's Colley, it's Nelson, and Brandon Colley going to be staying just a groove higher, looking for that extra speed off the...
What sucks is because of that penalty, if they wreck on this white,
scattered for 3rd on back.
I could have gained a lot of positions out of that, even with a broken motor.
Next to the corner. Here we go, Justin, as they hit the backstretch.
Big wreck behind him, but it's going to come down to the 2 of these drivers. Brandon Colley getting a huge run down that back straightaway. He's getting all the air he can, drafting, getting into the corners. Just 79 is still going to be able to clear him, though.
He's got a chance. Colley still at the quarter panel, at the bumper, final corner. Benjamin Nelson has to hold off. The draft for the 1, hard into the throttle, slightly grazes the outside wall. Benjamin Nelson, Colley, gonna be side by side across the line, and it's Benjamin Nelson winning the Kiss the Bricks 250.
Wow, Brandon Colley put a show on that final lap. I thought he was going to be able to maybe even get to that outside there down the straightaway and stall him out, but just not able to. What a finish. Got to give a huge shout out to Brian Noel coming back in 3rd. We know he led some laps earlier in that run. What a finish. We'll have to go back and get to the replay on that accident there at the end. We know some drivers who were running up front, unfortunately not going to finish there after that final incident there, but congratulations to Benjamin Nelson.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I lost 2 positions because of the
second and taking 3rd sneak
penalty.
It's Brian Noel as drivers.
Points-wise, that probably don't matter too much.
Out as we see those are trying to get celebrational bumps to our winner, getting ran over by one another. As Benjamin Nelson is going to enjoy it.
Hey, I'm looking at my car.
I had nowhere to go. It was either running the Nick or trying to
win
check up, so
out of 5 races. Incredible to see these.
That thing has seen some stuff.
The battle for 3rd really started to heat up on who was going to get that run. And Isaiah Sutherland, as well as Larry Yingling, just off the exit of the corner, were getting on top of one another. Cody Reed was there as well. And I think this might have been the change factor. When Cody Reed decided to stay in line, that's kind of what set the stage for a front 2 to pull away.
Yeah,
my car looked pretty good right before I got wrecked for the last time.
I think it's the next.
Oh, no, it didn't.
One more corner here, and then we're going to see that replay. But, yeah, just unfortunately, just that kind of hurt the 52 there. Just knocked him out of position. And it looks like this is right here. It's going to be this one right here, Sam, this corner.
The pit crew did a marvelous job on the rear, though. No wonder I was so fast.
The outside.
Yeah, they fixed most of the rear damage.
Sutherland just gassing too much.
Let's see what I look like after the first wreck.
I'm on the 52 to get bounced around. And then it allowed Brian Noel and Brian B. Johnson to go attack mode for the drivers for 3rd.
There it is.
This was the move and it held back. Brandon Colley gave it his all. Down into turn number 3. He was trying to figure out the better exit of the corner.
Dang it.
So maybe another lap.
The rear was pushed all the way into the frame.
A little scrape to the outside wall. I think that's what cost him on the momentum. But Manning gave it his best opportunity for a win.
Oh, the front was caved in too.
Especially with the advantage.
The pit crew did an amazing job taking that to putting
great job,
a top 5 contender car on the track.
going through the corners. He was,
and I had wheel damage off of that wreck.
So much momentum down the straightaway that he really
Crazy.
on that back straightaway.
Because from that damage,
tremendous draft, and unfortunately, you just get
to here,
the corner and you still got to turn, and then you have that dirty air.
Yeah, they beat it out and everything.
Wow, what a finish!
But I had a fast car.
Benjamin Nelson already put some of her burnouts down. He got to enjoy himself, and we were looking at those replays of the finish. Congratulations to the 79 machine of Benjamin Nelson. We will be back when we come back. We will talk to the 79 of Benjamin Nelson, Brandon Colley, as well as third place finisher of Brian Noel, and a spotlight driver right after this for the post-race show.
He messed up big time. Oh yeah, he was just pushing off into the corner. And then I ran these guys down. That was new tires behind me. I had old tires, new tires behind me. I had a broken car. Outran the new tires. Ran down the leaders. Started picking them off. Should have pit it there. And then I get wrecked. Let's ride on board with the guy that wrecked me. So I was faster than he was. I was getting held up here. I was faster than all the cars in front of me. Got cut off there. I keep hitting the wall there. Somewhere I think I make a pass. Oh, they about wreck each other. Oh yeah, 24 went low, or got shut down low, and then right. Is this where he wrecked me at? No, it must have been the next lap. See, we were in 9th. So I was 8th, 7, 6. So I could have got a top 6. 8, 9. I mean 8, 7, 6, 5. No, I could have got a top 5 if I got all 3 cars.
4 and your victory.
So he pulled low, thought better of it.
Roasted Gems Cup Series.
He had somewhat of a gap on me.
Goes to Benjamin.
Oh, he was battling that car inside of him. That's what it was. He wasn't paying attention to me.
Got some great restarts to
Let's go back here and watch this guy.
It's Sam and Justin up at the booth. Congratulations on this win, man. How does it feel to finally get the victory?
See, Ollie's the one that just got freight trained.
Oh, that was, I did not see.
So he was up for trying to get redemption.
You know,
they hit.
It's unbelievable. I think I had it pretty well in the bag before the caution. That one that came out.
So is that Ollie's fault or Chris's fault?
But you know, cautions are cautions, and they come out whenever they want to. So, I just thought I was going to get eaten alive by the tires.
I don't know.
Can't believe I'm.
Either way, I got the worst end of it.
On the bricks as a winner. It's amazing. I feel like I should have had Watkins Glen, but I messed myself up there. So, this is redemption for.
We'll see how many times I get rid next week.
Not about the house anymore. I'm in there. That's good.
tune in to the
it feels
unknown track because
this is the first win.
there's so many records in this league that they might take off Kern County Raceway.
New steering wheel too.
Little short track.
It's great.
So we'll see what happens.